All right, so what's up with that picture, Cormel?
Oh, this one, yeah, this is picture from a book called A Pictorial History of the Western World. And the text says this is Sir Walter Raleigh, who takes the city of St. Joseph. I believe that was in Trinidad and Tobago. And it says he set five caciques free. Five caciques, these are not Africans. Right? Five caciques, which means chiefs. Uh, he set them to liberty, he says. Who were chained.
And look at this. And then one, like I said, if a Pan African come up here, look, they Africans. They'll come up and change the whole narrative to what's going on and shit. What book is that from, Cormel?
That's from a pictorial history of the Western world, comprising America.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out. Check.
Man, I can't, man. You got too
Yeah,
much.
it's
You
a
got
couple
too much shit. It's gonna take years to catch up with all that shit you over there looking at, man. You might as well just keep showing these books. Cause I got too much research myself, man. Like I'm not gonna front, yo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And,
we know.
like I said, we all. But no, I'm not saying and that I have done. I got shit that's left on the damn table that I still ain't do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this shit right here, I fuck with the pictures. I like to show the pictures because, like I said, you need the images. If you can go all the way to Egypt and look and say, "Oh shit, that's us," then you see people over here that look like us. You deviate from it. Oh no, Indian. The motherfuckers in Kemet don't look like you that much. Them look like the motherfucking Ethiopians.
That's
Or
because
people
they
from
was
India.
actually painting pictures of us on those walls over there.
That could be true too. That could definitely be true, and that's something interesting too because they keep referring every time they find anything that resemble Egypt over here. Oh, the Egyptians traveled to America. That's
Yep.
the inside joke. The
Hey, Ty.
Egyptians traveled to America.
Hey,
Like, you
Ty.
know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ty, can you put my screen on the YouTube as the main screen?
I think I clicked it.
They claiming the whole continent with a
I
whole
think
earth.
you wait a minute, hold on. I think you can see hold
You see
on.
it?
I could see it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on that corner.
Okay.
Go on there, Kobe.
All right.
Yeah.
They jamming.
No, they gonna tell you that these are the Africans. These are so they know because they read one book. So they read a book that said Africans came over here, and they know that these are the particular Africans because they ain't supposed to be no black people here.
So what is that? What is that one
They can
book,
change
and
his name.
what is the
Change his
substantial
name.
evidence that proves that?
It ain't no. We know it ain't no evidence. These niggas, but they reaching. They be reaching. Look, they
You
got
can't
instruments in the back of that. You see, they got instruments.
you can't reach. Look at the back wall behind them. Look at the the
Bro, look,
pictographs or whatever. There's nothing over
I'm gonna
there on. Come on.
I'm gonna show you something else, right? If you look at the back of this nigga, like he got a camera. Look at my man standing behind the one that sitting on top. Look at that thing, man. What
You
the
got
fuck
the
is that?
selfie stick.
That's a what?
Selfie stick.
Oh yeah, that look like
You
a
gotta
selfie
be
stick. Bro, look at it. Do that like a camera, my dude?
Yeah, I do look like a camera.
What is he doing? Like, what
I
is
was
he
trying to
doing?
figure
Like,
out what it was.
Well, y'all do know that they have images of the Olmecs with sitting at computers and stuff.
Oh man, chill.
I got them in my phone.
that's what the comparison got to be. See, we gotta when we go to the table, because like I said, listen, at the end of the day, we got a lot of people over there on the Pan African side that really want to know this shit, but they sidebar by niggas like Garfield who come up. He don't want to have none of these live conversations. And then when you do something, the thing what they do is like they do like the what's the name community where they call you conspiracy theory. They get sued out. You pseudo. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh man, information. Yeah, you
That's what
already
son
know
said
what it is.
earlier. That's what dude said earlier. He kept saying pseudo this, pseudo that.
Oh my God. Like,
Full of
you got
shit.
him saying that, you got Lex saying
Nobody
that.
but Lex. Lex
Uh-huh.
was saying all our stuff was pseudo, that we
Uh-huh.
were nutbags, that everybody came from Africa to America.
But you can't tell me who your fourth great grandmother is though. That's what I don't understand, man. These
He
niggas
liked the
crazy,
debate.
man.
He liked the debate. I mean, tell him to put his mom, show and prove. Like, he know damn well he don't believe none of that shit. He was looking at his war bonnet when he was saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like I said, but I don't know why he would want to make enemies or want to
The
just try to
Brazilian
go against.
Prince.
You know what I'm saying? Just for the hell of it. You
Look
know
at
what I'm
that
saying? Maybe
Brazilian
the
Prince.
nigga
He
think
said
so.
the reason why he ain't been really doing it because he's been doing a whole lot of studying. What he been studying, I don't know, because Lex done flipped his whole war bonnet.
So yeah. I put, like I said, I don't put nothing past none of these people at the end of the day, because how fast he
And
was to
he been
flip and jump
studying the
over here.
Bible. That
Huh?
man ain't been doing nothing but studying the Bible, man. That's the
He
first thing
Christian.
he screened was talking about the Canaanites. And
Well,
Mm-hmm.
And
then
that's
that
just part of his. That's
man is
part of his.
gone, man.
He
It's
said the
some
Bible.
And
war.
she said,
He said the
she
Bible,
said,
the evil is a lie, and it's by the white man.
he
yeah,
burned out, bro.
the sister told me he a canine. That shit was funny.
Bro, that nigga burned out. He gonna come talking about the Bible, bringing that Bible shit. Come on, man. Like him and
We got,
Black Jesus, see?
we got a, we
Look at
got
that
the image
picture.
here. We got another image here from I think the same book, Western World Pictorial History. It says here a Brazilian prince introduced King Henry VIII.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hold up, Brazil? What you mean? I thought the Indians in Brazil didn't look like that. I thought them was Africans. Like, see? They caught them lying again. But see, if you study, you already know. All you gotta do is understand what Columbus did. And then when you hear them say, after when Columbus did what he did, all other European countries rushed to try to copy him. Because when Columbus brought back them 1,500 Negroes to Seville, Spain, which it might not have been 1,500,
Allegedly.
but when he brought them back, though, when he brought them back, I mean, because they got the picture. It's a drawing. It's a painting. The St. Mary the Goodwin. So he brought somebody back that had afros. You understand? I mean, and when the people in Europe seen what he was doing, they rushed to come over here and do the same shit. They didn't say they was bringing no. We under, like I said, they got us all fucked up. They got us fucked up bad, yo. I'm talking about bad.
Yeah, when did they start calling them? Start using the term African as making it
I ain't
popular.
Africa by 1800, about 1812.
So it was after 1720, right?
So it was after 1710. Yeah. I
So
mean, there's
therefore,
mention of it. The African, what's that shit they call it? The African, I can't think of the name of it right now. But I've read Africa around like the 17, but they wasn't applying it to no one.
all right.
They
So
weren't.
right, because in 1720, that's when they're supposed to they outlawed the Indian slave trade. So which way you go
They
around
ain't
that
never
shit? You call
outlawed.
these niggas Africans.
They ain't never outlawed it. Because I got documentation saying that them people that they enslaved Indians from the 1500s all the way up until the Civil War. They, like you said 1720. In this book,
Yeah.
Enslaving the Kituwa society, I mean enslaving the Cherokee Nation, this guy says that in 17 in the greater of 17 of the 1700s, which I would assume will be around 1760 and above, he said that the majority of slaves in South Carolina was Indians. And
Yeah.
then you only
Your
got another
ethnology.
20 years. You only got another 20 years until they claim they stopped the importation of Negroes, okay,
Mm-hmm.
from the Caribbeans. That's it.
We know that all the Caribbeans were Indians that got sent there because niggas didn't want to be enslaved.
But there was already people there too. So there
Yeah.
was already people there. So they was just, and like I said, there was already our families. We was already, because they was wearing that feather crown too. You see them wearing that feather crown getting through the Caribbean.
Now this look like a female I would see right here in Brooklyn or something. Facts. Look at that.
That's a Seminole.
No. Yeah.
But what they did was they took the pictures. By this time, by this time, you wasn't an Indian. You wasn't one of them type of Indians. You understand what I'm saying? You wasn't practicing that culture. We was already assimilated. We was trying to chase that bag for the most part. Even at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? When you see, like, let's say, look at Django. If you look at Django, it's a lot of shit in Django that when I watched it again, I started peeping, yo. They
Word.
never called African.
Facts.
You know,
And
they
was
never
helped.
called
And was
them
helped
African.
by. He was helped by Sherman. That. Goddamn.
Mm.
And he wasn't
But
taking no shit.
but the narrative of the story doesn't add up because, like I said, we listen. Listen when they tell us about slavery. This shit ain't nice, man. They tell you they went over there, grabbed you from over there, brought women, children, people, jumped the boat, brought you here. Then once you got here, you was gonna be a slave until lifetime. So how did one of your slaves get away by the name of William Ellison and white people in the 1600s, in the 1800s? So how do you got all these free Negroes if you was so racist to where, see, we look at the 1900s and try to apply it to the 18 and 1700s. The KKK was something totally different. The KKK couldn't do that when the Seminoles or these nations was established. And we look at the racism. The racism in the 1900s was probably worse than the racism probably any time the duration of this country. They just hated us. They hated us for the land. But if they could negotiate with you, then they was cool with you. Just like now, how they use you for your services. You understand what's in divide and conquer, and that's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they did.
I got a friend on Facebook looking just like this dude right here. Just like him.
Bro, you see people looking like now, my dude. You
Shit
understand?
crazy.
And the turkey. He got the turkey fan. They say he can
Mm-hmm.
spread that. He can spread it open.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
Hey,
Big
he look
Walk,
like he got the fans on.
the old world. This is we the
Shit.
trendsetters, man. Like this is the
Yeah.
origin of all that stuff.
Yeah, because that look like the hat that they wear in like Moscow and shit.
Yeah.
My dude, that's a damn fez.
And
And he
but listen to his tribe name, right? Because they call it Fox and Sack. We know him as Fox and Sack, but their real name was called the Meskwaki. The Meskwaki, Moscow, Meskwaki, Meskwaki.
Mm-hmm.
His name was
mm-hmm.
Big Walker. This is from 1874, Okmulgee, Indian Territory.
Where that's at?
I think it was Oklahoma, Indian Territory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I think too that when they mentioned Indian Territory, they was talking about the Carolinas and talking about Georgia too. I think
I thought it was Georgia. That's what I
I
thought
mean,
it was.
the
no,
whole
it
thing.
was
That's why I
definitely
asked.
this is past the Trail of Tears. But remember, only 5% of the Indians in the South went on Trail of Tears. You already see the
Mm-hmm.
documentation. They said every Indian east of the Mississippi River was classified as colored.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, but we know at this point in time they found a lot of them plain Indians too. So they was throwing a lot of them on the reservations too with us. That's the reason why you would see like a brother like him, or for example, I got an image of it. I think I got an image on this computer if I can find it.
They was also using the Plains Indians to enslave the people that went to the Oklahoma Territory and ship their ass out to Barbados.
Yup, that too. Yup,
We
that
go
too.
Barbados again.
Mhm.
Just talking about
They
Barbados.
used them against us, but they use us against them too, because the Buffalo soldiers were Seminoles.
Yeah,
You know
when
what
the
I'm
Seminoles
saying?
got out there, the Comanches
And a
sent
lot,
their asses.
and
Having A1. Oh.
you ain't got them
There you go.
I think got off.
on them pictures.
Saying cut off.
Is in the book called man. Oh, I see some more of them. Oh, I got you right here.
Cheyenne
I got a
Chief.
couple.
Wolf voice.
Where you at?
Hey, Cooler Man, what's his name? No Voice?
Wolf.
Little
Wolf.
So it's Little Wolf,
Wolf voice.
or maybe it is Wolf Voice actually.
Mm-hmm.
A picture, yeah, whatever the picture says right there, Wolf Voice. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was a big ass bird he got them feathers from.
That's all I'm about to say. God damn, right?
Got that shit off a pterodactyl or something.
I'm about to say the same. I'm about to say the same shit. What the fuck is that? God damn.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, how you kill that motherfucker?
I got one for you, Cormeo. Check this one out. We show this one real quick. Whenever my computer, I should have been on my lab. Damn.
Niggas killing some prehistoric shit.
Let me see something. Yeah, that's some big. You ever see a swan? I be running the park. Well, I be walking the park, and one day a motherfucking swan rolls up on me and shit.
Oh man.
I hauled ass. That motherfucker, them wings big than a motherfucker, man. Them motherfuckers is aggressive too.
Yes, yeah. Don't fuck with them big birds.
They got like a 10-foot wingspan, my dude. When he opened them motherfuckers, I was like, oh shit. Word up. Damn. He got a turban on too, look. And beads around his neck.
Yep.
With a medallion on. Look, he got a medallion on too.
Flavor Flav's uncle.
Look like he got two of them. Nah, that's Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Rick the Ruler.
Hey, let me show you this picture right here real quick.
Got the bed first.
You ever seen this one right here? You ever seen this one right here, Cormeo?
Which one?
Oh yeah.
You see it?
I saw that one before.
Oh, Red Dog, yeah.
I wanted to show him this one. This nigga look like Professor Griff. Look.
On the Indian bike.
Look like Professor Griff. Listen, the bike was made by Negroes, man.
Oh yeah.
Fact. I was just about to say that. Motorcycles, dirt bikes.
Planes, trains,
All that
automobiles.
shit. All that. The nigga who made the first chopper was a motherfucking colored man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he look like he from the southeast anyway, because of just how his headdress is.
Yeah, he's from the I think he's Powhatan or something.
Yeah,
Which
because I
one? The one
recognize
I
the
can show?
headdress.
Yeah, I think I've known him.
This one.
I have
That
some
shit right
images.
there.
I have different images.
Look, he got the single
that's
jacket. We see he got the fringes on. He got the fringes on and shit. Yeah, I think like Professor Griff. I wanted to show the one with the lady. Hold up. All right, you ever seen? I know y'all done seen her before. Hold up. Let me see. Let me go right back real quick.
I wonder
I
if
just want to
Indian
show y'all a
motorcycle
few
company.
pictures. Yup, I say Indian. They Indian. The choppers was Indians. Look, you ever see this one right here?
No, I ain't seen that.
He got his shit locked up at the end. Look. Look, them locks right there.
And you see them with the fake locks now, right?
Oh
the
man,
headdress?
bro.
That shit disgusting.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I be saying that.
Y'all
I'm
know
like,
what
what the
it is,
fuck
right?
is that?
Y'all ever seen her before right here?
Oh yeah, today I just saw her.
At Mona Lewis.
They try to hijack her too.
She's a Chippewa. She's a Chippewa.
Yeah, they try to say she was You know, they always try to say somebody African American, all this bullshit. I saw this shit
Hey,
earlier.
listen, bro. The gig is up, man.
Earlier.
They can say what they want to say. I'm
Man,
saying the gig is up. We done did the research our motherfucking self, so we know. So
yo.
we, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
We
y'all
just
saw the
trying to
chair?
give. Hmm.
You saw the chair she was on? Eh?
Oh, this one. Let me go back.
Yeah, that chair was crazy.
Oh, you got
Some
the
fly shit.
shingles on it,
Look at that shit.
fringes.
The armrest and all that.
She
Look
look
Yeah,
like
just
that
like
thing
that's one of our.
changed out.
one of our
Word.
grandmothers, right?
Yup.
Chilling.
Look at that shit. Nigga named Listen Food Dog and Food Dog.
Yo.
That nigga named Food Dog and shit.
You see Medicine Pipe, he ain't with the shits, ain't he?
Hmm. Look how he hold it. He's standing on the square. Look,
Looking at them like, why the fuck you taking a picture of me, man?
they got this nigga in like some type of photo shoot. They got a curtain in the background. Like they got this, like y'all stay for this. They got a curtain in the background. Look at this one right here. Bang.
Oh, yo, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy
boy.
though? Yo, you know what's crazy though? If you that last picture, you see the shit around his waist.
Yeah.
How many times when you was a kid you put the blanket around your waist like that?
Yeah. Niggas in
Just
the
yo,
county
it's
be doing
crazy, bro. It's crazy,
niggas in the county be doing shit.
bro.
Look, this nigga shit locked up at the end too. This shit locked up at the end too. You see this one right here, right? She look a little bit like Empress.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I need them. I need that picture out the
Look
book
at
you
that.
got, Cormel. Look at these. Y'all saying these look, see the credit,
The
look, you see the
monkey or
European,
something.
right? Look, yeah. You see the European, right?
Way in the back.
This is in Virginia. This is in Virginia, man. Remember, Virginia was Bacon's Law. Bacon's Law was majority Aboriginal men marrying white women. That's what the majority. That's what the majority of mixes was. They try to tell you it was European sleeping with black, and that happened in a lot of cases. But a lot of the cases because of black men sleeping with white women. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It looks just like
Yeah,
my cousin John.
and a lot of cases is just light-skinned Indians, man. It's I mean, they try to add
Well, that's
mulatto.
true.
They try to add mulatto in there
No,
like there's a mixture, you know.
well, that too. I'm just saying that too, though, because when they got here, it was like I said, man. It was people from Lena Horn complexion all the way to fucking James Brown, man. So it
White,
was a
right, damn near white to almost midnight.
yeah. But they try to make it seem like it was a bunch of different people here. And there's really not really what other people existed.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these slave ads say bright mulatto, bright yellow complexion, a lot, like a lot. You know what I mean? And they're not
Oh,
talking
my
about
pants
the
is
like
high yellow.
European servants or anything.
Yo, I see that too. Yo, yellow complexion. Yo, yeah, I definitely see. They definitely distinct between the two when they say it.
The Gap band.
What about this guy right here?
That was like one of my damn grandfathers.
I like my grandfather Ulysses, my great grandfather.
He look like he want to call me a goddamn fool. Look at what you looking at.
You
Goddamn
got
fool.
Smack.
you got a granddaddy. You got a granddaddy named Ulysses too.
Yup.
Yeah, my granddaddy name. That's an Aboriginal name.
See, that's
Yo, I was
Ulysses.
thinking the same thing. What about Ella? I see Ella a lot.
Man,
Is
I
that?
got an aunt named Ella. She just passed.
Yeah, I got a grandmother, Ella.
Ella.
Yeah. And earlier we was looking at something and somebody had Ella too. We was looking
Them
at
names
earlier.
are all common. Them names common.
Right.
See, Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's the weirdest name y'all found?
The weirdest name?
Let me see.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm trying to think. It's they so fucked up. I can't even think what the fuck it was.
I got one name. His name was Orange Train.
You said what?
His name was Orange Train.
Orange Train?
Yeah.
Yo, I know this name
Yeah,
kind
you
of
win.
coming, but my daddy name Rosebud. Yo, I'm still like, that's I'm saying that's one of them names. Like you say, Orange Train though. Come on.
Damn.
Yeah.
You said
They even got a
Train.
grandmother named Sylvester.
Damn.
Got a great aunt named America.
Hattie Mae in them. That's my
I
aunt.
Oh,
can't
hell
even.
yeah.
I can't even think of a name right now, but there's some weird shit
Mary
going on.
Polly.
Yeah, my dad's whole
Yeah.
name is Frederick Douglass.
Ah,
My daddy's name is Frederick Douglass. Shit.
Damn.
my great grandfather is George Washington. George Washington Drawn.
Yeah,
But
there's so many
Frederick
damn. There's so many damn Ben Franklins and Frederick Douglass and all that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sickness.
My grandmama maiden name is Virginia Freeman.
Oh, shit.
Freeman, yeah.
The
You said
self-explanatory,
Freeman or
man.
Freedman?
Freeman.
Mm.
Freeman.
Freed and Freeman. That's the same. All of that, just like Woods. Like I tell my girl, her last name is Woods, and Wood.
Mm.
I was saying Woods. I said it's the same shit. Somebody gets the S off at some point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because they was right. They didn't keep records at name at some point. You could name yourself fucking Wild Dancing Moon. You can name yourself whatever you wanted to at some point,
Yeah.
and spell it how you want to spell it. It's just,
I had a grandfather change his name.
mm-hmm.
Had me going crazy for 3 months trying to find his ass.
yup.
So I figured out that damn, this him right here.
Yep.
Pissed off.
Try to change
Took me like
the
6 months to
I
find
got
my
a
grandma Lula.
I got an aunt Lula Mae. She was a heavy smoker. We smoked together.
Yo, you see his brother eyes right here? Like,
Yeah.
man, you don't want no smoke with that dude.
You see, he got that thing around his neck too, right?
Man,
I see a
chill.
lot of Indians and shit. I mean, we got the fucking like a medallion around his neck.
Yeah, Cody Mayo, what's that in their hand? Is that a belt?
What you talking about? Hold up.
I think it's that belt. The little girl got it on.
Looks like it's made of gold.
But they don't look like Eurasians, though.
Yeah, that's
Y'all know
crazy. I ain't seen. I remember seeing copper stuff like that way back when I was little. I didn't know what it was, but looking at it now, that's the same thing, man.
the little lady I take care of, her son, that's his aunt. He has a company. He makes different stuff out of copper, different stuff for people houses and stuff out of
Mm.
copper.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of copper growing up, but now I don't see it no more.
Yeah, people
Hold
do
on,
it
I
in
want
the
to show
South,
y'all
man.
this
We
one.
still deal with the copper. They still make I got a man that make bamboo pipes out of bamboo trees and stuff like that, man.
Check the hat out.
Check out it's not a hat. Check out the dreadlocks. Look at this dude's dreadlocks, man. It's
Man,
huge.
daddy.
See the one on the with the black? It looks like black behind him. That's dreadlocks.
No. I'm talking about what A1 got up there.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, you said what you hold on? Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can see your shit. I can't even see it. Let me see. Let me take this off. Hold up.
That's one of them murals there, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a vase, a Maya vase. It's called Maya vase K5418. Anybody can Google it. I got these from, like archives and then like these museum websites. And yeah, this guy has
That's
dreads. He got long ass dreads. I
That's
had to
the
Photoshop it because it looked really bad. I had to Photoshop it and fix it. And
Mm.
yeah,
that's the Boma part, right?
the what?
That's the Boma Park murals, right?
No, this is from a cup, a vase. They do is they this dude is a famous photographer. He went and grabbed all these vases from the Mayas, and then he made a collection. It's a famous collection, and
Mm.
yeah, and you go look for it. They start with K and they have a number. But yeah, he basically flattened out the cup. He's showing you the drawing that's in the cup.
Mm.
You seen
So
That
Boma
look like a
Park
small
mural
canoe
though?
right there.
You seen them look just like the Boma Park murals. They
yeah,
look
because
just
it's the same
like them.
people. It's the same
Oh, all
people.
right,
The Mayas.
okay, yeah, okay.
These
They
are the
got the same
Mayas. I
culture.
mean, Mayas had kingdoms,
Yeah.
all over the place.
You saying the dude with the dreads on to the right, all the way there's the three people right there. You can't really
All right,
see.
so yeah, to the left. I mean, to the left, like the second dude.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
You
Yeah,
talking about,
yeah.
yeah, the big one, yeah.
Yeah, that's all dreadlocks behind him. See that black?
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
That's all dreadlocks. And then you can see the one behind him too. He got the dreadlocks pointing up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know them shit stink.
Word,
God
big
damn.
kick hers. Mm.
Yeah,
Man,
you
they
can't even
went, man.
call them shit locks.
They was cleaning them shits with fresh berries and shit like that, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They had different methods, man. That shit they was doing, they was using straight organic shit, man. They wasn't
Mm.
using nothing inorganic. Everything they was using was organic, man. You put it on your skin, you could put it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was
Mm-hmm.
locking that shit with. Like that's why you see niggas in Florida locking that shit together like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
Like
matted,
we
like
don't.
really matted.
I mean, we don't lock our shit like that. I had locks out when we started. I started my shit off with the twist. You know what I'm saying? We started our shit off like the little. You ever see how Eddie Murphy had his shit on Metro? You see the movie
Mm-hmm.
Metro? Eddie Murphy. We started our shit off, but I know niggas who had a lot of hair like that with braids and just locked their shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see all their locks. There's another one.
Mm. Well, they
Mm.
got pouches. Look, they got pouches around their waist.
Yeah, out of Jaguar print.
Yeah, they
Oh,
can't.
right.
Yeah.
It looks like some type of pouch though. Yeah.
That shit
Mm-hmm.
like a
Carry some
Batman
shit.
belt. That shit like a Batman
Mm-hmm.
belt. That's a Batman be how his belt look. That's how Batman. That's probably where they got the fucking idea from, man. Look,
Still everything.
nigga, look like he got a Batman mask on in the back. Look at him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see.
If you see him to the Joker to the left,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
two of
but
them.
that's where they try to go in and rub them out.
Mm.
This the vase too, or this the mirrors?
Yeah, these are vases. They
Oh, so
flatten them
all
out. So you can see how they look. Yeah.
of bro. I mean, the gig is up. You see, my man got a medallion around his neck, like he got a dookie rope on. You see him in the middle,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yo, A1
bro.
look like that same thing. Remember the camera looking thing? It look like it's right there again. Or is those
Yeah,
dreads?
I got an image of one of them like with a kangaroo on, and they got LL Cool J beside it, showing you the same thing.
what the fuck is that, yo? Oh, you said, oh yeah. What the fuck is that? Hold up, man. What is that? Oh, you changed it.
What was it?
Nah. He had that thing like like this nigga got a cigarette in his mouth. Look,
Oh, yeah.
the first one to the
Yeah,
left.
That's
I
a
Is
see.
blunt.
right. He got a cigarette in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Smoking
a
a
blunt.
cool.
Look, he got a cigarette in his mouth.
The
He
cool
lighting it.
100.
He like if you look in his hand, he got a flame.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm. That ain't no dick.
Smoking that Mexican gold.
Uh, uh,
Oh shit.
Look, my man in the back look like he playing
Yeah. These
the saxophone.
yeah.
I mean, what's that
It
big
look
shit they be playing?
like a heart.
Hard, yeah, hard.
Yeah, I mean, I said the saxophone. What's that big shit they be playing? That shit you be
Hard.
seeing motherfuckers playing
A
that shit.
heart.
They
Cello?
No,
No, harp.
Yeah. So
the
so I
cello is
got
that the cello? No,
I
that's
Nah,
the
found
harp.
these
cello.
bases.
About the bass?
I found these
Mm,
bases because I was looking through this book about Maya instruments and music in Maya, and so the whole basis the
Mm,
dude was explaining what the bases meant, and these are all like musical scenes.
mm,
Word. I
Oh,
used to play the bass strings. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, I played strings straight up.
fam,
mm,
you can't deny what these people look like, man. And that's what I
mm,
say. You show this to a Pan African, they still will deny it. We could bring up all the images we got, show you everything: Mexico, North America, Central America,
mm.
Peru, South America.
They just
Show
gonna
you
say they
everything.
African. That's what they gonna keep saying.
That's
Yeah,
when
they got
that's
that
when
long hair.
they gonna say that's when Abubakari went over there because that's the stories that keep on coming up, bro. Abubakari and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't got no proof that nigga even came here.
Mm-mm.
They just got word of mouth. Oh, he left.
Yeah, he came over here to a land. Why everybody leaving Africa? If you like you just
Mm-hmm.
want so ain't you gonna miss some of the shit they got over there that we don't got over here? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like the way they be talking about it, like it's rare shit over there. So why would someone leave that place?
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Well, why would you come across all that water when all this is in your own backyard? Come on now.
Don't
Listen,
make sense.
man, you be over there in a hammock eating peaches, pineapples. Motherfucker got coconut over there. Like we be over there chilling. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I ain't gonna go to the weed spot if I got a pound staying here.
That's right. No,
Fuck.
but what's gonna make you? But the more interesting thing is what's gonna make you leave your house and come live in mine. Think
Mm-hmm.
about that. Think about
Starvation.
that. Think
When
about
your house
that now.
fucked up.
Unless you see my shit, I got a mansion and shit. I got 10 bedrooms, motherfucking
Mm-hmm.
basketball court, fun room, playroom, movie room. You see all that shit, you like, man, I ain't going home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess that's what the Americans got, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
They look like
because
they
we
was
ain't,
eating good.
I mean, ain't nobody starving in America. There ain't somebody starving in America.
Mm. You heard Phoenix Moon. Phoenix Moon said if they had the potato, they wouldn't have been starving over that motherfucker.
Yeah, they got the potato from over here.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say though, I mean, you gotta think about it, man. We literally have bush berries and pear trees and apple
Mm-hmm.
trees and peach trees in
Peach
our
trees.
yards and stuff, man. You know, you're in the right spot. What you gotta go to the grocery store for? If you really know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have wanted to stay in the and I could walk right in my backyard and fix me a nice tea out of the back and boil me some herbs for when my stomach hurts.
Yeah, cause my grandmother tell me stories about how they had animals and all that kind of stuff. They ain't have to go nowhere to get nothing. Everything was right there.
That's right.
Because there was already chickens and shit over here.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you it's chickens over here already. You know what I'm saying? So if it was chickens over here, that means that I mean, shit, you already know fried chicken came what it came from. If they was eating turkey, if you was able to cook a turkey, you were able to cook a chicken. You know what
Mm-hmm. That's a
Y'all know
fact.
good well they wasn't cooking nothing. They was eating shit raw.
I'm
Mm.
And
saying?
they still eat it raw today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Damn.
I see it myself. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers that eat anything raw. And they be like, try it. I ain't eating that shit, man. I don't know. You can fuck around and get a fucking tapeworm up in your
Parasite.
ass. Eat
Mm.
that shit.
Yeah, old
It's
You
parasite.
only it's
get a
only one thing
parasite
I'm
up.
it's only one thing I'm eating raw. We're gonna keep it
Mm,
PG. Crazy.
that's a fact.
I'm done.
Word.
These niggas,
Yeah. Shit
that's a
crazy.
fact.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah, I mean, straight original. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean.
Y'all mean That sounds
You
like some
know,
shit we say here. You from the South?
you know that Empress. I'm in South Carolina, man. I ain't going no
Oh
more.
yeah, cause that's how we talk. We say, I mean, you know what I
Yeah, I
mean? And
mean,
Mm-hmm.
people be
you know
looking
how
like,
it is
what?
with the Yammers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And we say that in the north too. We say
Yeah, but that probably, like I said, a lot of stuff that we say that's not really words and shit. It be from old languages, man, that we done lost.
That's right.
like
That's
we'll
right.
say, I'm finna. People be like, what
Hmm.
the hell is finna? You know
Yeah,
what that
just
is?
like
I'm getting
earlier, I
ready
said
to.
I was like in Cherokee, you say and that mean no, and what we say all the time,
Uh-uh.
same shit.
Yeah,
We
find out
sure do.
a lot of the slang used in Costa Rica. Find out it's basically Indian words.
that shit is in your
Mhm.
psyche. That shit is in your
Yeah.
subconscious.
Like
Yes, man.
I remember coming up, like if we was trying to get somebody outside, like they go in the house, we used to get outside they window and holler, ooh, and people would, they'll open up. And I noticed a whole lot of people, I said, hell, everybody still doing it. It's younger generations is doing this now.
Yeah,
That's a bird call. Huh?
Like
Mhm.
I
down in
know that.
Baltimore, they got that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
and
That's
we
what we
Yeah.
do
and
that
yeah,
too. We be like, yeah,
ski
yeah,
you, and all
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we be like.
All
Hey,
this
Hmm.
shit is a
yeah.
part of our culture.
What Master P
Huh?
tell us
That's
is
what we be like. Hey,
Voodoo.
Hey,
yeah,
we do that thing way down the street till you don't see each other no
Yep.
more. Yeah.
Nigga put his hand
Hmm.
over his mouth. Nigga put his hand over his mouth like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Put it around their mouth. And let y'all know a lot of this stuff we done passed down. It's been passed down from generation to
But
generation.
hey, Empress, but listen, but Empress, check this out though. What do you see on every fucking commercial? They talking to some damn hip hop shit now. First they hated hip hop. Now every damn commercial is the hip hop,
Yep.
a
Man, I'd be
European
pissed
dancing.
off.
Bro,
Yeah. I'd
my
be
dude.
so pissed
Look,
off, man, watching this
even
shit.
on Sports Center, they be trying to talk the same shit, say the same
Yep.
shit we saying, trying to talk
You'll
the
see them
slang.
dancing. You'll see them
Yup.
doing
Until
our
it's Stuart Scott.
dances. You
Mm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You see them
Yup.
doing all kind of shit, and you look like, okay, but now first I was
And I'm
bashing
shit.
this, but that's
Yup.
where they. I'm telling people, just pay attention because they gonna come back in 50 years and say this is what they was doing, and we
Mm.
start mimicking them.
Yeah.
They already doing it, Elvis.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Motherfucker,
They
the,
are.
the real McCoy, motherfucker
Mm.
Abraham Lincoln, probably
Yeah.
George
Yeah,
Washington. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah.
Like,
what I think AB said that he was like, yo, we was they was clowning us for playing basketball and different stuff like that, and now they doing it, and now we sitting here fat, you know what I'm saying, on the internet.
they marketing,
Exactly.
they
But
marketing geniuses. Man. That's what they
yeah,
do. They take
and
a
what I
if
noticed, just like the football when they just did the draft, they had the draft here in Nashville. All
mm-hmm,
the people they was picking, y'all, was indigenous. You've seen a
mm-hmm.
Yep.
couple mixed mulattoes thrown in there, but majority of them was indigenous. Now, why was y'all just drafting all the indigenous?
But the rest of them ain't no
They
fun
know
watching
who
it.
plays the ball.
Same with the
They
You
Indian.
know
know
what's
who.
funny? You know what's funny though? First, we had the league, like the Negro League. We had the Negro League, right? So basically,
Mm.
all they did was bring one person over there, which was Jackie Robinson, and then brought all the
Mhm.
Negroes from the Negro League over there, and it just made their own Negro League and made all the fucking money from us and shit. You know what
But
I'm saying?
the crazy thing is, y'all, even like the Cleveland Brown, the baseball team, if you go and look at the old mascots, they was eye color.
Oh
And
yeah.
this was just back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
how is it
Right.
he's eye color, but y'all saying that the native the Braves, I mean the Braves, y'all saying
Mm.
that the Braves look like that over there. But y'all
That's
got an
why.
image of one of our people as the
That's why the
mascot.
Native American. That's why the so-called Native Americans be so mad. You know what I'm saying? Because I never felt offended by the
Hell no.
Redskin
I'm a
Yep.
logo.
Redskins fan.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
never had no problem with that. My grandfather loved the Redskins. Now I know why.
Exactly.
They
That's
wanted them
why
to
they
have
was.
it pull it down before
That's why they wanted to
they want look. They
change.
wanted They wanted to hurry and pull that shit down before we be like, yo, that's my cousin. Before we
Yep.
recognize his ass and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
The
speaking
funny
of the
thing,
Redskins, right? Look at the Redskins mascot, Chief Z, before he died. He was a straight
Mm-hmm.
Negro.
mm,
Even
yeah.
they old uniforms, even their old baseball uniform had nigger on it. Negro.
Mm-hmm.
you know, the Cleveland Browns. If you look at the
Yeah.
Yep.
Brown logo, I got the logo of the Bremerton Negroes that
Mm.
was out before, and it's the same. Like, you know how the Indian look? It's the same Indian head, but it just got a motherfucker with an afro, curly hair.
If you look at the if you look at the white people playing football, they run around like little kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? We came in and made this shit jump.
This is
That was our shit. That was already our shit. If you
No, I
go
yeah,
know
back and
that.
All
I'm just
what's that
yellow.
saying.
book?
almost
Yeah.
all
I
the
know
first,
that. I know
almost
that. But when I'm saying they hijacked it, but then that shit looked like little kids was playing that shit.
Yeah.
So that's why they needed us.
baseball and all these sports, especially baseball, was started with
Yeah,
Indians. Um,
baseball.
this is
Look, it said full blood American
yellow.
Indian.
This is a full blood Indian. This is a full blood Indian. This ain't he's not mixed with anything.
Mm-mm.
Man, you look like
He
my
like he,
cousin.
I think like Lex
You look like one of
Vortex.
your kin people.
Yeah, that's Lex.
Yeah. I tell
I think like
Lexi.
You
Lex
all right?
Vortex.
This is Lex
Look,
Dad.
that's like Lex Vortex. Yo,
Yeah.
you gotta show that to him. Lex Vortex. Look.
Sure
Lex,
Man,
do.
you from
Look
where?
just like
Where you from
Lex.
again, Lex? Where you from again, Lex?
Nashville, Tennessee. Right here where I'm at.
yeah.
Oh
So this
man.
is this dude is straight up historically. Everybody knows he's full-blooded Indian. So
Hmm.
Yep.
And what
He
what, and
looked
what was
just
he
like Lex.
what was he classified as though? What color?
oh, of course. No,
Yep.
What color?
actually, this guy was actually accepted as Indian.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta let
Well, you
one
see
in.
his name, Yellow Horse. How you gonna get around that?
Yeah.
Moses.
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 Yellow Horse.
Moses Yellow Horse.
Hmm.
What? Come
That's
on, man.
another
That's my
thing too.
sister kids and them daddy name. Moses.
That
I
ain't
was
no
like
name, no
Moses and
European boy over here.
Uh-uh.
European
No.
bring that word name of Moses over here, my dude.
They
uh-uh.
didn't.
I
They
ain't
didn't.
I've never heard a European name Mose
Look, I
Hey,
go
or
I go
Moses.
I go with my
let me say,
tree and I don't see none of that shit. Only people I see with the biblical names is us.
That's right. Man,
Mm-hmm.
my middle name, Obadiah. I throw that out there. I don't even give a damn. You know?
What
Like,
is
Obadiah.
hey, Corbin,
He
hey,
said
look, you ever
Obadiah.
seen this picture right here? You ever seen this picture right here?
they knew to use them names though, man, because they knew that's what we was gonna connect to. You know what I'm saying?
Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I know Cormel. I know Cormel was saying, so that's a Seminole. Look, that's a Seminole, right? And it's so funny. Look, it's so funny, right? All the Seminoles they brought over there, brought
Runaway slave.
to the Oklahoma. No, but they all look alike. Why no none of the Seminoles look like they all look alike. They all dark and
Mm-hmm.
they all look
Mhm.
like him.
Look how
You
thick.
understand what I'm saying?
Look how thick her hair is.
Yeah.
You could tell she pressed that.
Yep.
She did something to it.
It's
Put
an
some Texas pulp
Oklahoma
up in there.
territory though.
And they'll tell you Seminole means runaway slave. I'm like,
No.
serious? What was they running away to? Because if you don't know the landmass, where you gonna hide it?
If some of them mean runaway slave, then who came up with the name?
Exactly.
Come on now. They would have just called you a runaway.
Well,
Yep.
they trying to say it was a band. They trying to say that basically Seminole mean hostile, according to like what I
Yeah.
seen. They trying to say
Oh
it mean
yeah.
hostile
They
because they
was
saying that
hostile.
all. But look, they saying that. Remember, all understand this, right? All the hostile tribes. So let's say all the tribes that was warned when they went to abandon when they went to spin off, they went to Florida because the Spanish had Florida. So all of the tribes that was trying to get away from the United States, when they formated the United States, remember they was warring. They was warring. The Revolutionary War was all of the tribes. They was warring against everybody. So you had people who was playing neutral who was still forced into this shit. So people went people in South, but the majority of the ones that was fighting against them went to Florida. The ones that wasn't captured.
Yeah.
That's why they call them hostile.
Yo, this picture.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a bunch of different tribes. But go ahead. What you
This picture Corey Mayo got up. Look,
Yeah,
that's
y'all
looking
know
crazy.
this picture right here.
What the fuck? My man got a bow and arrow. What's that?
Yeah, let me read the caption too. All right, if you guys never seen this, this is historic. This is hard to find this image, man. I have it in my computer. I can't find it, but I was able to find it. Let me show you all.
Look how
It's
ripped
a
he is.
homemade.
Look how ripped.
It says that original caption says a feature of the opening and dedication of the new $125,000 training camp of the Cleveland Indians at Lakeville, Florida, was the presentation of a new mascot who answers to the name of Hamp to the team. Tris Speaker, manager of the Indians, is shown posing with Hamp and apparently wondering whether he has acquired a Cupid, a Hiawatha, or Robin Hood, or better yet, a Man Friday. Photo by George Reinhard Corbett via Getty Images.
The show Pan African neck. I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, why would they pick him? You ain't got enough Indian. I mean, so what do an Indian look like?
That's funny. You said Hiawatha. That's what my mom's friend always used to call me when I was growing up.
Yeah,
Pull
Hiawatha.
up, hey, Cormeo. Pull
What's
up the Bremerton Negroes, the Bremerton niggers. You ever seen the Bremerton niggers? No, you get past right there. Look,
Shit, what the?
Oh, that's Birmingham. Oh yeah, Birmingham.
Right there.
Yeah,
The Birmingham right there. Look, you see that one?
Yeah,
Look,
that's what the Empress was talking about.
You know what year that is?
Right there.
Look, that's before. Look, that's before the Indian mascot. That's
right.
That's in 18. That's in the 1800s. The Indian mascot ain't coming to like 1920 or
That's
1930.
Yo, I gotta get that. I gotta get that on a T-shirt.
I got
was
that already.
with Indians.
My dude already got that, man. You go right to my website and go get that right now.
Okay, I got you.
I got that same exact T-shirt.
That shit fire.
I got American Aborigine though on it.
Yeah, that shit fire. But see, people would take offense to that shit because they don't know what the fuck it really mean.
I ain't got Bremerton Negro niggas. I got
You
American.
can go into that Hall of Fame. You can go into the Baseball Hall of Fame and pull up all that.
You look at the one. Look at the half
Look.
Indian.
There go the white guy right there. Like he done painted himself. Look how he painted his skin dark, y'all. And look at the uniform. Pull that one up right there, Cormel. The second one.
Bremerton niggas. Look.
Yeah, right there.
Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, why would you?
Look like that's Ty Cobbs. That motherfucker. They be worshiping his ass.
Motherfucker too.
Nazi. Look like a Nazi and shit, right?
Look, but why would they wear something like that if it was a derogatory term?
All right.
Why would their uniform says this? Why would they not have the natives on their uniforms?
You know what though? You know another thing too. I don't even think when it come to the Europeans itself, right? I think that they couldn't even pronounce the word Negro.
So they
Naga.
said niggas.
Naga.
So they just said niggas.
Come here, Naga.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like come here, Naga. Like real talk. You gotta really think of because they got it from the Spanish. They don't use that term. That term
Hey, Cormel, go back up.
You missed the one though. It was one with half Indian and half Negro. The Hemp Hill.
What's
the
that?
Hemp Hill. Look, the Hemp Hill. What was the name of the mascot? What was the name of the mascot? The hemp, right?
Yeah.
Hamp, I think. Hamp. HAMP, I think. Yeah.
Cormel, what's that on the far right, right under Ben Franklin?
Is that
Go back up. Is
Oh, this one?
basketball? Or is it baseball?
No. Right. No, the picture right below him.
It's yellow.
Far right.
It's
The yellow one. Yeah.
Zulu Cannibal Giants. Oh shit.
Zulu, y'all see
Oh
that?
shit.
First is the Zulu Cannibal Giants.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
the Zulu
Oh
Cannibal,
Did they
wow.
become the New York
Yeah.
Giants after that?
the
Oh
Zulu
my
Cannibal.
god.
Now, why would they name it Zulu if Zulu wasn't
It
from
said
America?
Ferris.
I
It say
told them
Ferris
Zulu
State
was from
University.
America.
What's Ferris State University? Where that's at? Ferris State University.
Ferris. I heard of that
Because
before.
Hmm.
at
The Jim
Mardi
Crow
Gras,
Museum. Look, the Jim Crow
at,
Museum.
at Mardi Gras, they have the Zulu parade. It's the last day of the Mardi Gras. Is the Zulu parade. Now, why would they be having that down in Mardi Gras?
Okay then.
Hmm.
They got Mardi Gras Indians. They got Mardi Gras Indians down there. With
Yeah,
all
yeah,
black
that's all
motherfuckers,
that
and
Master
ain't
is.
P.
nobody observing it. Ain't nobody observing it. Motherfuckers just like, that they get dressing up like that. And them
Nah.
Yeah,
motherfuckers know they Indians. And they
Master
know
they
they
know they're
Indians.
Indians.
They
Master
know they
P.
Indians.
Master P had the video and he said, "Yeah, we the
Telling
real
you they is.
Indians."
That's who they are.
Come on, Master P said he a real Indian.
He ain't making it known. I mean, he joking about it. He playing with
No,
that shit.
he
They
did a whole video on it.
Oh,
He
nah, he
tell
got a
you
whole
who they
music
are.
video. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
a bat. Yeah,
and with
nah,
them
he
doing
wasn't
their
playing.
thing and everything.
Yeah, he
Oh
wasn't
no, no, no,
playing.
no. I know. During Mardi Gras time, they dress up with the costumes and all that. I know that. But what I'm saying is, though, if he really an Indian, he needs to be classifying himself as that. You don't need to. If you an Indian, you shouldn't be nowhere near color black. No, I'm not that. I'm an Indian.
Mm.
Motherfucker, if nigga call you African and my dude,
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Oh shit!
You know,
Look at this.
look
What
with a
the fuck?
club. Look with a club. Look with a club. Look.
Oh shit! That look like the shit from like Dr. Seuss though,
look at that Atlantic Ocean, y'all. Look at this
Man,
shit.
right? Some
Zulu
Dr.
land.
Seuss shit.
Zulu land.
The
It's
fuck?
they say,
Oh, they
hold on,
jump.
look to the left. Look at the
Oh
name.
shit!
Look at the lineup. Look at the lineups.
You see America?
You see the
That's
name. Look at the
that's over
name.
Africa.
You
Those
heard me?
are
Look.
Oh,
all it. Look at this. Those are all
Wahoo,
Indians.
Tana,
Taluki. No,
Nehi,
Taluki.
Rafiki,
That Wahoo.
Mayasi,
Oh,
Watu.
Cow,
Mm-hmm. I don't know what
Tana,
the fuck.
Sunday, May the 21st.
Yeah,
Most Park,
Rafiki.
Georgetown, Kentucky.
what is that?
Georgetown.
What is that in the middle of the ocean though? What the fuck is that?
A motherfucking ammonia.
Elephant?
Footprints.
A
That's him
swimming
leaving the footprints. That's him leaving the
King
footprints.
King Kong. Look,
That nigga drowning. He about to drown.
That's King Kong.
Zulu man. Look,
The
it's
fuck is
saying
that?
Zulu cannibal. Yeah, Zulu
That's an
cannibal.
elephant or some shit.
And it says right there the original Zulu jungle cannibal giants. The
What year is
original
that?
44. 1944.
These niggas, these niggas is funny.
1944.
Yo, these
They
niggas
got
funny as hell,
clubs.
yo. You heard me? These motherfuckers got they
That
got
shit
jokes.
crazy, son.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
That shit look
These
just like
motherfuckers,
Dr. Seuss though.
these niggas comedians, yo. Zulu cannibal giant.
My God.
What the fuck, man? The
Cannibal
Birmingham
Giant.
niggas, the Birmingham niggas and shit, a mascot. These motherfuckers is funny as hell. Hey yo, that's why when you tell them their history, they be pissed off. They be
Greatest and
like, I can tell.
strongest Negro baseball team in America.
Mhm.
See?
Negro.
Hmm.
Negro meaning American.
They
Look
don't
at
even
the
look like no
names
Negroes
though.
playing.
Oh,
They acting
but
like
look at
us.
the names. Look at the names though. Impo. It say Impo, La Popo,
Nayaka.
Wambo,
Waka.
Nayasas. Hold up. Is them crackers posing as niggas?
Yeah, yeah,
And they took the
yeah.
names and shit. Impo. Look.
Hmm.
These niggas got jokes, y'all. Look. They look
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
Chase Top Cool back in his cave.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's some funny shit right there. That's all right though.
I actually thank him.
Wow, look at this picture.
Now that's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Mardi Gras Indian. And that's why my
Yep.
man said, look, my man said, if you notice, they got Mardi Gras going on all the same time in the Americas. The carnivals is another Mardi Gras.
Yep.
Where
Yep.
where the fucking Mardi Gras at in Africa?
Facts.
They're gonna try to oh well that's similar to what the Igaboo tribe do, or they're gonna make a name of some it's a tribe do the same step. That's how we know it's
Yep.
them. Fuck out of here. Like, yeah, all right, man. You niggas is crazy.
They nice. They straight nice. Straight.
Yeah, that was dope right there, yo.
Then if you look at the old paint, like the old drawings of the Atlanta Braves, the mascot on those old drawings, he had an afro.
Hey, be putting our shit out there. They get changed everything. That's the see they didn't change everything. See, you gotta go back everything beyond like the 1900s, early 1900s. All of that is the truth. Everything prior to that,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? They done been lying about,
Now you
especially when
see
they put it in the book.
the Atlanta. If you go into the is it the Hall of not the World Series? Pull up the World Series, the baseball World Series from like the early back in the 50s, the 40s and 50s, and you'll see the remnants of us. It's nobody but our people.
Mm.
All this stuff they doing, they man brainwashing.
Yeah, we can. I guess they want to see the images, but Ty has control of that, so it only shows up when we talk. Like when I talk, you know.
Yeah, when you put it,
Nah,
I
it's
guess they. I
showing.
don't
Nah,
know.
it's showing.
The chat
I
says they
see
can't
the
see.
whole thing. The chat say they can't
They
see.
say,
Halfway Creek Indians.
Oh,
Y'all heard about them?
yeah, we've been showing this shit all. The who?
Somebody in the chat asked if you ever heard of the Halfway Creek Indians in Hunger, South Carolina.
The Halfway Creek Indians? Nah, I heard of the Creeks. But I mean, maybe that's another branch of the Creeks. Maybe.
Maybe
Probably.
they live in a halfway house.
Yeah, them motherfuckers in New Orleans know they Indians, and they be running around here on Mardi Gras. Ain't none of them trying to make no real videos saying they really Indians. People think they acting. People who see them, they be like, oh man, yeah, that shit look cute. They dressing up to be Indians and shit. They don't know. They know they real Indians, but they not specifying that.
yeah,
People
yeah,
think you're African. Listen,
yeah,
understand what's going on. You got to sit one of these niggas down and tell them, like, listen, they telling people you're African, my dude. Like, do you understand? You
and
saying you
then
Indian?
they got
Are
a
you? Are,
whole they got a whole like a statue of our people, and it was I when I was down there, it was a tour right there in Mahalia Jackson Square, right there in her in New Orleans, and they got like several statues. They got an Indian Chief Tutu, just like us, a big old statue, and you can pull him up. And then it's like another like a long statue with like a village of our people. The pale face was telling the tourists, which was mostly us and a couple of pale faces thrown in there, that these are the Congolese that came here and built a successful village over there. I
See?
straight up and told them, you're lying. Those are the
Yep.
indigenous peoples.
So where they at now, no Empress? All you gotta do is, all right, well, where's their ancestors at? Where they at?
Right.
Where they at? So where they at now? See, that's the bullshit. That's what they're going to say. Oh, the
Yeah.
Congolese. Prove it. Show me some
I
documentation.
had I had a dude, this guy work at the Metro Center here. He thought he was gonna get me with some stuff, but I was breaking it down so fast to him. I said, "You got to come back and come with some more, cause you playing." He holler, "The Omex disappeared." I said, "Are you serious right now?
Man,
Thousands of Omex just disappeared off the face of our water bones."
shit crazy, man. Shit,
I said, "Boy, y'all need to
you
stop
had a
letting
brother
these people laugh."
You had brother polite talking about the Olmecs came over here with in they history, whatever. They came over here with tree trunks walking across the ocean and shit. I'm like, what?
Look who you talking about, polite.
Walking across the ocean with tree trunks,
Yeah.
with trees and shit. I heard it all, man. God damn.
Omegs are not there from here.
Mm.
If you say that to them, they'll holler, look at the nose, look at what does that mean?
The
That's what
nose.
you have to ask yourself. What does that mean? It's like a talking point for them. Oh, they got wide nose. Okay, a lot of us have wide noses.
Mm. I don't see too many. I don't see too many Africans without lips.
Lips, none of that.
So we the lip people. Word up. We got big lips, man.
That's a fact.
I don't really see that over there. Not like that. No, I can't recall. In my mind, I can't think of, when I see somebody with that trait like that. Can't say we got it from white people.
They do the looker ship on our people. Oh, but you look like African. That's what they always try to say. You look like an African.
They look like an asshole.
Well, Ankh say though, looking ship ain't allowed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. They just regurgitate racist shit that the white people put out. That's all they do. It ain't about no scholarship. It ain't about no common sense. It's just about regurgitating some shit you done heard. That's just like motherfuckers doing a hood. They don't have to have no facts. Somebody can say, yo, such got shot. They go, oh, yo, such got shot. They ain't confirmed nothing. They just regurgitate.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know,
That's
you
how a
dead and
lot
you
of
ain't
stuff
even
got.
dead.
You have to understand that the transatlantic slave was word of mouth, just like a whole lot of other stuff was word of mouth.
Mm. That's how they defeat us
Also
too,
now,
man.
since they had to go and start a website and use our people to push that same old agenda that they're pushing. So if they use somebody look like you, you are easily to believe it.
Mm-hmm. So I had people tell me, "Oh yeah,
These
we
are
sold
tactics.
each other, this, that, and third," but they ain't have no proof, no nothing. They just regurgitating what they heard. That's it.
These are tactics that they use on us.
Hmm. People keep falling for that shit.
All you gotta do is ask them where the Southern Indians went, and they're
I'm
gonna be,
still.
oh, the Southern Indians died off. That's what they're gonna
Disease.
say.
They
They
died
died.
from disease.
Yep.
They was
The
mixing. They was
first thing
mixing
they'll say the
like they was there
smallpox
holding a
blanket.
dick,
They'll say the smallpox blanket came here and killed a whole lot of the indigenous people. Y'all
bruh,
serious?
bruh.
But that's gotta be the
We
specification when you tell people you're Indian, what Indians you are. We the first Indians that they encountered that they classified as colored.
Mhm.
You gotta, because people when people say you, they don't know what the most people like. What you Native American? Like
Yep.
you're Native American? Like no,
Yeah.
no,
That's what they're saying.
I'm Indian. You gotta let them know who they came. Virginia, my people from the South, in Virginia, Georgia. Remember Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. All that was Virginia. People don't know. When people come here, they be lost. They be like, they think they came in North Dakota first.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they think they came in North
Because
Dakota.
they have been selling you this image of what a native look like, or Indians supposed to be Indian look like. They've been selling you their offsprings, which is these pale face. They've been selling it to you for so long, just like they've been selling the Jesus to you for so long. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. You show them proof that that ain't
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, or that ain't what the real indigenous people of this landmass look like.
Mm-hmm.
All they can still is see this native is half washed all the way out. That's all they
But
can
Mm-hmm.
they
see.
said,
That's how
Empress,
they
they
do.
said that well, the Aniawanya, they created stickball. Do you see any natives play? And you look and you see these
Nope.
goofy natives, they be trying to play lacrosse. If you look,
Mm-hmm.
you don't never see them play baseball. You never see them
Nope.
play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing would be this, right? Listen, all right, they clearly know what an Indian look like. So why would you go get a black boy and give him a bow and arrow? Why can't you just go get a real Indian if that's what the Indians look like?
Mm-hmm.
Easy
Back.
money.
Yeah.
Easy
They
money.
keep.
We gonna get a real Indian. We gonna get a real Indian, or what you consider to be a real Indian. He gonna be the mascot. But see, the whole lies of the tell. Them Bremerton niggas, and then later on they gonna make that the Indian and make them red. The
Mm-hmm.
red
Mm-hmm.
breed Europeans. Them was the red men. The red men was the half breed Europeans. Like when you see John Ross, um, and Nice Bolton, no, them was the red men.
Hmm.
But
And the photos they showing are these pale natives and all of that. They showing the pictures, but then when you go back beyond that, then you see all the depictions is us.
but listen, we know it was copper. Like I said, Lena Horne, Pam from
Yep.
Martin. I
Mm.
mean, I had a black ass. I had a black ass cousin. I got a cousin named Blue. That motherfucker is the complexion of a motherfucking. That nigga named Blue, but he the only nigga in the family that's the color. He got a daughter that's the
Mm.
color, but none of his kids that color, but his sisters and them are light brown, like brown skin.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But the nigga
He's
named
blessed.
Blue.
So that
But
nigga
y'all
look
have
like
to
the dark side of the
Look like
understand
he's
moon.
almost perfect.
that we can give birth to the darkest of copper to the lightest of copper, and both of your
True.
parents can be light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep. My great
A1, remember
grandparents are
the word
dark,
red mean
and my
brown.
grandmother light.
oh.
How that happen?
You,
Both
you ain't
both
never seen
parents dark.
y'all live in the South, right? You never seen an old man down there with long hair, like you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like with
all the
their head
time.
going to the back and shit, their head go to the back.
Yep,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you see that here.
Yeah,
That's an Indian.
I done seen old heads when I was young that had dreads.
Oh, we
They might
talking
have
about
had
with
a
their
bald
hair
spot up
out,
top. They might
Now
have had
you
a
talking
bald
about with the
spot up
ones
top.
that wearing their natural
just
long
wearing
hair,
their
their own hair just pulled back into a ponytail. Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
you'll
Mm.
see that here in the South.
Yo, that too. All your shit be slicked
You
down with
look
some
at them, yeah, you look at them like they some old pimp.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And that's an Indian.
Yo,
Yo.
and you know
Yeah,
that should be that should be in the DNA. Cause when I was young, man, all I would do was have long hair. I used to straighten my shit and all that,
Yo.
all kind of
So,
shit. I always had long hair till the crackers told me I had to cut my shit.
but what was we
yeah.
wearing like
I'm
around
telling you
the
something.
80s?
That's what they doing now. Cause see, they know through your genetic makeup, you naturally will gravitate towards dreadlocks, cornrows, and afros. They know this. So and not to wake up the generation behind you, they're trying to get you to not wear none of these. They trying to like, oh, you can't wear that on your job, or your children can't wear this to school. Because see, they already know just by genetic makeup, what's new, everything is nothing new under the sun. So when we start doing it, oh, they it's like their DNA is waking it up. They know
You
who they are. We gonna put a stop to it.
you
It's
resisting colonization. You
yeah,
resisting colonization. And every time you resist it, that's when we started warring with them. But the whole thing about like what you just said, that's the whole purpose. We don't have culture freedom. Anytime we want to be an Indian, they like, nah, you're African.
yeah,
They restrict you from being that. Like,
yeah.
oh, why could a white man be an Indian when we clearly know he
Fact.
ain't from over here? And he could parade and do his stupid ass 1-2 dance. But when
Nigga
we
can't dance at all. You know what? You can go and
Yo,
watch them do their little step.
I hate
You
that
be
shit.
like, what the hell? But
Yeah, I
then when
hate
you
that
see
shit.
us start doing what people don't realize, when you see those crip walking and all that, that is our shit. Those are
Mm-hmm.
part of our culture.
Mm-hmm. You see them
you ever
trying to
see the
copy it.
video, just the video on Facebook of the girl in New Orleans, she be doing that little step dance. A little busking girl, she be doing a little step dance in front of a lot of people behind her. She be doing that shit for
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
couple.
yeah,
She be turned backwards, do that shit, and be
yeah.
doing it. She be getting that shit. That's similar
That's
to
our
the
shit.
crypto.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
all that shit is
Whether
our
they want
shit.
to call
All
it
that.
rain dancing, war dance, or whatever, all that shit. And you notice when we do it, how it wakes up our genetic. We looking because we it's that connection. We know it's ours.
Hmm.
It,
Half of them
soon
don't
you
even be
see it, you
dancing.
know it is part of you.
They be moving
Now
all
when you
slow,
watch
looking stupid.
when you see Africans do that shit, you don't get. You be like, okay, you don't
Man,
like, gravitate towards that shit because they really don't
they
do nothing.
stiff. They stiff though. If you look at African,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they stiff. They stiff. They not like they. Even if you look at African
Nope.
basketball players, they stiff as hell. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They stiff. They stiff. All of them. Like look at the way they dance. Look at the way they move. They stiff.
Yeah, we loose with it all the time.
Ask them where's the natives since they was the one that brought out baseball, football, all these sports that they claim that this came from these so-called natives. Why none of them are in these sports at all?
Nothing. Swift runner.
Nothing.
You say they're not even a
Yeah,
kicker or nothing. They don't play baseball, basketball, football, hockey, nothing, nothing.
nothing.
Come on, y'all, stop it.
And then when they do so, when they celebrate them and shit, when it's
Yep.
one and shit, they be like, oh shit, it's a Native American. You know what I'm saying? Like they celebrate them when all these other niggas is Indians and shit. Allen Iverson, all these others and shit don't even know
Nigga,
it.
nigga fat and fat Japanese motherfuckers.
Hey, but man, I just man, I can't I could imagine just having this conversation with Shaquille O'Neal though. Just think about it, bro.
He ain't with that shit.
Like you would have
He
never
already
thought
know.
that Shaquille
Hey, but
O'Neal would
that,
be on this.
Nah, he ain't with that shit. He know who the fuck he is.
Think about it,
hey,
bro.
bro, you ain't Chief, you ain't see the way they looked at Isaiah Thomas when he said that shit, man.
I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Oh shit, he's telling it." Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
like they was holding, like Shaq put his tea up to his lips and shit. Like they was like, yo,
He
he's
said
saying
that
shit that
said
we
it
say in
clear as
private.
day.
Yeah,
All of us,
Mm-hmm.
he said
yeah,
slavery didn't start with us. We didn't start with slavery in 1492. We was
right.
always here. He said
No.
Mm-hmm.
that said it plain as day.
We
So
was
what y'all
here.
saying? We all everybody don't have the same grandparents. We all are different. We have different relatives. So how is it the ones on the West Coast, the Midwest, the East Coast, and down south still saying we're from here? We don't know. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody spread out, but everybody grandmama had the same story that we always been here. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody got the same.
Even the so-called Native Americans, they don't even subscribe to that Bering Strait bullshit either. They don't even subscribe to that shit. Even they said that, oh, we was already here. So it's motherfuckers that don't have nothing to do with it. They're saying this shit. Dumbasses, man.
I mean, it's some of them though. A lot of them motherfuckers be hiding it too, my dude. Like, I mean, like when I used to be on Facebook, man, shit, man, we used to be going at it every motherfucking day, man. I remember we used to be messaging, leaving messages for like for 2 or 3 days, going back and forth with certain people, man. It's this nigga named Lance Brown Eyes that used to be on Facebook, and he used to be like, it was like some brothers was having like an Indian gathering. Why he ran up in there and snatched the flag from him and jumped on stage. Like, he was do a lot of disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? But we used to be on this nigga though. We used to on Facebook though. But yeah, a lot of them motherfuckers, they don't want you to know who you are because that's the whole part. They federally recognized, man.
That shit around a bunch of elderly.
Oh, you seen that shit, Elsa? You seen that? Yo, that nigga.
I have my image on my Facebook. It's me in my indigenous wear. He gonna come over there and hit the laughing mode. I say, you motherfucking $5 Indian ass bitch. Don't come on my goddamn page no more. Then right behind him was a full $5 Indian. You could tell she had nothing in her. She was straight pale face. I thought I was gonna teach her about coming to my page with that dumb shit. I made a whole motherfucking paragraph on that with her picture, took her picture from her page. Bitch, you a fucking cave, bitch. Don't stop by here no goddamn more.
You say he did it to a bunch of elders and shit, like,
yeah. He did it to a bunch of elders. You know, they wasn't hard with him or nothing. Yeah. They just looked at him sideways. He know he wouldn't come up in our shit like that.
He got smoked.
Fuck around, be done like the old makes used to do everybody and pull him by the hair and then sit the shades.
Nah, he would have got his ass whooped.
I don't even think the Mongols even know. You know what I'm saying? I think we all been lied to, man. I don't even think they even know. I think the white people know.
They know.
They do.
Bro, listen, they gotta know. They gotta figure it out. They gotta figure out. Well, listen, that ain't our history that they're talking about with Columbus and with motherfucking Plymouth Rock and all that. So they already know who the people was. They already know it was us. They know we wasn't slaves brought here from Africa. They know this shit because they all right. Well, listen, we're posing to be Indians that we're not. So where are the real Indians at? They know who the fuck the real Indians is. You think they ain't trying to encounter and come across the Mississippi? Because they was coming across, they was coming down the back end. They was coming down the back end. If they wasn't coming down the back end, they was going up the back end from Mexico. Because remember, the Mongol invasion into Mexico into early in the 1300s, man. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that, like I said, that might be like in reverse to where they was trying to tell us the barren shit, because we know that shit ain't happened. So these people probably left through Mexico and migrated up there. Well, my whole thing is, how the fuck you living in the desert? The fuck you eating out there? Lizards? They make cactus, everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how they, but you have to think about it. You have to think about the migration. What can you really eat in fucking Navajo and out there in the plains? What can you eat out there?
Snakes.
They've been forced off their land too. Wherever they was originally from, the white man and then got them too. My dude.
Well, them crackers definitely know what's up. Cause shit, I done got on the phone with some of them tribes and shit like that. Man, they can't wait to get off the phone with me.
Man, you gotta call these people, bro.
They know the deal.
Bro, you gotta call them. You got a bunch of Indian. Look, you got a bunch of Indian professors that teach Indian what's the name? Indian studies. Like, did the motherfucker teach African studies? You got motherfuckers teach Indian studies. They got a whole bunch of them.
Got law degrees for that shit too.
Bro, you could be calling them up like, look, man, let me ask you a question, man. Look, what happened to the Southern Indians? Well, what happened to the Indians that was in the Virginia and South Carolina and Georgia? This is when people start cringing in the chair because now they know who the fuck they already know.
I
Where they
found
at?
one of my grandfathers listed as a Choctaw. This white bitch gonna try to tell me he a freedman. Shut the fuck up.
Because that's what I'm trying to say. They usually
Freeman,
different
he's the
terms.
original.
But was he
Yeah,
colored? Freeman ain't
huh?
Freeman ain't what he classified as. Is he classified as color? Yes or no? Listen, bro. The color classification is lights out. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You can claim you're Indian just under that alone, because they
Mm-hmm.
already said they classified people in 14 different states as colored.
I
They
got a lot of
reversed
colors.
it, bro. But listen, they reversed it and said it was unconstitutional in 1960. It was in the 60s sometime. That's a
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
lawsuit.
you're right.
That's a lawsuit, because you displaced me. You displaced me and you falsely classified me as something that I'm not, and had me living a whole life of this other person that I'm
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know how mad I was? I'm like, damn, man, I done been gang banging, got a felony and all this shit, man, just because I ain't know who the fuck I was. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And then
Totally pissed.
Bro, I got 7 felonies. You
Living
talking
a
about?
life I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even supposed to be living, man.
All right.
Peace to the God, man. Thank you very much.
Peace,
Shout out to
peace, Chief.
everybody, man. Yeah,
Peace.
man. Shout out to Glenn. Definitely appreciate that.
Mm,
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, bro, this is a crazy thing, man. I mean, at this point, it's too much empirical data to back us up, right? And
mm,
I think it's weird though. I mean, we were really surprised by your boy Lex. So at first we thought he was playing. Like, you know, Lex trolling us. He playing. He ain't serious. Like, how do you go? How
No,
you go?
Lex
Oh,
was
you
serious.
seen the war body though? Yeah, that guy. Like, what happened? So yeah, but once again though, it's always about not having the right words. Words are magic. Words are power. So if you
mm.
just by saying African, you automatically go this way, putting yourself
Disqualified.
in a negative light, right? In a second class situation. So that's what I don't think they understand. Like, yo,
They
like
don't.
they don't understand that right there. If you're talking about getting power, right? Wouldn't wouldn't you be making moves and doing things to put yourself in a position of
In
power, huh?
Africa. Now, if you're gonna be
Mm.
African, in
Tribe.
order to get that power behind what you believe, you need to be in Africa. Because
They don't
over
want to
here, there's no power with that shit. You on the wrong
Mm.
land, man, with that dumb shit. How the
be.
fuck you think you gonna come over here and start some shit hollering Africa when your ass, you basically telling them you out of Africa, you over here on another landmass starting fucking war with some bullshit. Cause that's what you doing.
Yeah. They gonna get deported. Watch.
Man, these niggas.
With him in his war bondage. So he need to goddamn it get rid of that while he ahead.
Yeah, he better
This
glue that
nigga
shit to
need
his
to stay on
forehead.
live day after day with his war bonnet on.
He better get some crazy glue, and he better motherfucking sew that shit to his
This
forehead.
nigga was, I mean, y'all, he had the flyest war bonnet.
Oh
That's why you
man,
do it like that, man. That's how you doing it,
oh
man. We take
man.
this shit serious, man. I mean, I know you gotta have a sense of humor
Exactly.
sometimes. Come on, man. But like real talk, like we already been. Listen, we got a whole 50-year history of being programmed from roots and all these Pan Africans and Afrocentric shit. Niggas wearing dashikis. Niggas that
Yeah.
invested. Niggas that invested in beads.
Yeah, yeah. Niggas talking about
Motherfucking
Ooh,
Wakanda and shit. And that shit right there.
Africans.
got us running around here calling ourselves queens. That means slut, hoe. Oh,
Yeah, hey, the jokes were
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's they
fucking.
be fucking with us.
When I
I'm trying.
tell y'all, in every store that caters to us to sell for melanated women, just about all the shirts got queen on it. I was like, is that
Mm,
serious right now? And
yeah,
then you would walk past a sister, she got a big old time, I'm a queen. You a slut?
yeah.
They
Oh,
actually really mean, they actually think it really means they was on some throne, they was on some, yeah, no, you that means you slept your way to the top, my girl.
Man, they don't read. They don't read. That's what I'm trying to
Hey,
say. They
y'all see
don't.
what I put in the back chat?
Wait a minute. Okay.
Fucking Wakanda's in Nebraska. That shit
Okay.
crazy.
Especially that last one.
Okay. Let's see if I pull it up. Perez City.
This is down in Cuba. See
Okay.
the beginning year? These are the fucking Spanish motherfuckers. They've been here since 1190.
Ah. 11 in the 1100s.
You said, hold up.
Yeah.
What you said? Hold up. Say, I can't see it. Oh, let
Me
me see
either.
something. Where the fuck is the back shot at? I don't. Oh, let me see something. What is it though? I can't see it.
It's from the
It's a
Cuban Genealogical Society, which the
surname.
Mormons got a hold of that shit again. The surname Perez de Diaz Sola.
You can't share it on your screen.
Nah, I'm on my phone.
Oh, all right. Damn, I mean, you get a chance. But what is it though? I mean, what is it pertaining to? I can't see it.
Basically, like the surname that's in Cuba, and the beginning year, like it shows the beginning year that they actually, I guess, track these
God
names
using.
and what
Yeah.
country they actually came from, which is Spain. The beginning year is 1190.
Yep.
Then the other one
Oh,
before
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
1210.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, the beginning year is 11. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's 1190. Yeah, exactly. Because they
So
added so look, 1190 will be 400. Well, 1190. That's almost 12. So when they came 1492, they said they added what 300 years. They said that somehow it went from 500 something to 1,000 years, or they added 1,000 years onto the calendar.
Mm-mm.
Or they saying that right now, either that's the case because when I used to fuck with the Moors, they say it was 1439.
1437. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1439 is because
Yeah.
it's 19. So it was 1420 plus 19. So it would be 1439 right now. That's what they say the time is. But like I said, when you read books, no one care to look at the dates or whatever. You have to find old books, man. It's hard to find these books, man, because people that play with the
Mm-hmm.
time so much. You know, we ain't never go by no 12-month calendar. We went by a 9-month calendar. This is New Year's now. Niggas running around. It's cold as hell out here talking about Happy New Year's. Cracking them been
This shit's
playing with
crazy
you.
though,
Facts.
because they
That's facts.
because they tell us that Columbus came in 1492, and these motherfuckers been here since 1190.
No, they added 300 years onto the calendar. They were never
Yep.
1190 and 1492.
This ain't even 2019.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah,
Nah, I
9 month.
know,
The
I know,
9
but I'm
1190.
month.
just
The
saying,
9
even
month.
with that 300 years that they added on from what they're showing
Mm-hmm.
here,
Yep.
the research that they're showing is that basically that they've been here 300-400 fucking years before Columbus even decided to get over here.
No,
Even with
that
their
14.
shit.
Hold up. Oh, you saying, but that might look. There might be other explorers that came after Columbus, but they giving you the real thing.
No, because it shows the whole chronological from 1190 all the way up to the 1700s. They're sticking with the same time frame.
Oh, okay, all right. It's 1190. Yeah, yeah. They
So
have
you're
to
talking
prove
about
that.
literally 300 years before Columbus came.
Listen, if any Spanish came here in 1100, then was more, then was black. Then was the matter of fact. To be honest with you, the country didn't become Spain until 1492, 1495. So it couldn't have been Spain. Then it was Andalusia. So
Yup. That's a fact.
it was ruled under this what we think is Moors, but these were the original people that inhabited the Mediterranean. They inhabited that area.
Yeah, you're right about Andalusia because I found it on my tree too.
Listen, bro, they get named Spain. What was Moorish became Spanish. The language over there they speak was Moorish. It was Moorish. It wasn't. That's the name. That was the language. And even though they say a lot of people over there in Europe they spoke multiple languages. You know what I'm saying? They spoke because they was coming back and forth over here, man. That's how the fuck you think Columbus knew how to get over here? He ain't make no mistake. That's a lie. They don't want to tell you. When the king sold, when he sold Andalusia to get his brother back, and sold out all the other Moors or all the other people who was in that region. And that's when it all started. It all started from the 1492 or whatever that time was. If we was subtracted, whatever the time was.
Shit, I think it started much earlier than that.
Well, I'm just saying for the dominance of what's going on now.
Oh yeah, when they really set the shit off, yeah.
And they really, it was constant shit going back. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of people ain't study over there first. You know what I'm saying? Like I studied that shit over there first, so I got an understanding of what the fuck was kind of going on. Because you seeing what's going on. Right. A lot of people, oh man, they let them come over. Nah, they was warning. They was telling them, man. And they had other Aborigines that was from that area fighting with them. The same shit like happened over here. How you think Columbus got cool with the people? Because he had somebody with him that spoke the language we spoke over here, and they knew how to greet us.
And making me think now, because if they've been coming over here 300 years before Columbus, they've been snatching niggas ever since. So chances are, a lot of even them fucking African tribes is probably a bunch of goddamn Indians.
What's that again? To them African tribe, yeah, they've been doing that. They've been doing that. Libra son.
I'm thinking about the population shit. How you gonna get rid of 100 million motherfuckers?
They've been doing. They were shipping people through Spain first. If you look on a map, if you get a map right now, Spain is right on top of Africa, my dude. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at you gonna walk in Spain. It's like fucking New Jersey and New York to Africa. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's right next to each other. It's right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? That shit is right there, my dude. They chase the people, the black Europeans that was inhabiting that region. They chased into Africa, my dude. They chased them. That's why they always try to tell you they went into Turkey and went into the Middle East. They was already there. And then once that shit fell over there, then they came over here and took this shit.
Super fact.
Yeah, so for the most part, I mean, you gotta definitely understand what happened over there, though. I mean, even if you looking at it from an African perspective, which is not true, because even if listen, if you think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. This is another way you can look at it, right? If you look Andalusia, right? Let's understand this, right? Look over there at the structures over there. All of them structures was built by what we consider to be Moors, right? So why ain't none of that shit in Africa? Look at go over there and look at the structures in Spain, Portuguese. Look at the structures. You can Google the shit right now. I'm about to Google the shit. You can Google the shit of the structures over there in Seville, Spain, and they're gonna show you fucking mausoleums and temples and all them with them herons and the temple places where they be praying at. But what I'm saying is, why don't you see that same shit in Africa, my dude? You don't see none of that shit in Africa.
Because
They give you the
Africa is just the
pyramids,
dumping grounds.
bro. They give you the pyramids. That's it. The pyramids. That's it. Africa. Other than that, don't nobody want because the climate fucked up over there. That's the reason why crackers live over there. Because the climate is not like it is over here. Over here, we got four seasons. I don't know how it is in Africa. I don't know if is it hot all year round or in certain countries. I don't know. But when I'm assuming is that the reason why the Europeans are over there, so his ass won't burn up. The few that's in South Africa. You see, they always be in the house, and they always look. They always be in the house. They be having niggas in there fanning them and shit. They be having their feet on niggas. Niggas be laying down on the
Ain't no
floor.
damn way.
Yo, they be having their feet on niggas and shit. Like,
Yeah.
give me a rat stick. A
Oh
rat on
hell no. Mm.
give me a rat on a stick with some hot sauce.
A rat kebab. I got a question
I
for
don't know. It don't matter how hard time gets. We ain't cooking no rats to eat.
I got a question
Hey,
for everybody. Do you
hey,
guys
at least if
have
you gonna cook a rat.
you guys ever eaten any African cuisine? Ever?
Hell no.
Mm-mm.
I ate
Yeah, no.
Kutamon.
You know, we eat Chinese, we eat Mexican,
I don't eat Chinese and
Eat this shit
Mexican
with
shit.
money.
That shit.
Yeah.
I
I like
So
sat
it.
they
there
ain't even have any
watching. I
African
watched
restaurants.
a video the other day, a commercial, and they hollered the Omex. They was talking about the
But none of y'all don't
soft
want to go?
tacos and shit. The taco said the Omex created this dish. Go. It's a commercial. Just pay attention what the commercial. They talking about the damn tacos and shit. Said the Omex created this. So who is the Omex?
Y'all want no goat tacos? Huh? Y'all want no
Huh?
goat? Like,
I
think
want a
about it. We
monkey
don't
paw
eat goat.
taco.
We don't eat nothing. We don't even know of any of the dishes. Right? Think about it. Seriously. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Man. Is this real? Like, we eat every
I
other
ain't eat
food.
no damn rat. I ain't eat no
Not
damn
good.
rat on no stick, Chief. I don't give a damn.
Yo, we was
No,
vegetarians, my
I'm just saying though.
they
I don't even.
eat like
And I like food, right? But I don't even know of any African foods though. Seriously. I'm being serious.
Like I said, I went to African wedding back in September. That shit looked like slop. It ain't want no damn cuisine. That shit
uh,
look like full slop. Like shit
stews.
you'll throw out to the motherfucking pigs.
They got stews, busted stews and sternos. Yeah,
Mm.
but
They had
yeah, I
some
mean,
sweet potatoes, y'all. They was cut. They were so goddamn. It don't look like our sweet potatoes. They were
I
they
think
were cut so big, and they was like a white. It was white. They didn't even have no color to them. It was white. When they said they were sweet potato, I was like, I'm good. I ate before I got here.
yeah. You ain't
both
see,
both
you ain't see the
had both
infamous
of them
rat on
crush
the
your
stick.
stomach.
You ain't see the infamous rat on the stick. And shit.
Hell nah, I ain't see that shit, but the rest of it looked at hard, but I was just outdone. And they
If
was
some,
in long lines for this shit.
I ain't gonna front though. If some niggas would have ate some rats though, they would have dressed that shit up real good. You would have never knew.
Mm.
Look. You would
This
have
was
never knew.
the
Rat. That shit they got, they just grabbed the rat and fried that motherfucker with his hair on and everything.
Mm.
Hey, look, and
we'd
they
have cooked that
look,
shit like chillin'.
y'all never seen that shit before, yo?
I
We'd have
seen it. That
slow
shit
cooked
look
that shit.
nasty.
Yo, they
We
out
ain't
there
doing that.
selling
We
that
fix
shit like
soul
they selling hot
food.
dog. Like they selling hot dog. My dude, they on the corner, they out there on the street.
Yeah, I
Rats
saw
on the
that
street.
shit. Like how niggas be selling waters and shit. They out there with rats.
No, ain't no
That shit
goddamn
crazy,
way.
bro.
I ain't
Ain't
never
got
that damn hungry.
finessed it or nothing. Ain't take the hair off of it. Ain't
Yeah.
fillet.
But why they eating that when they got all the resources in the world?
Bro, that shit looked like a
And if
kebab.
that was the only thing left,
You
I'd
can't
be
eat no
slim to the
diamonds.
motherfucker.
That's what it is. You can't eat no diamonds.
Them dirt rolls out there in Africa look like a bomb hit it, man. That shit look like that shit is nothing out there, bro. Like, they keep lying.
Yep, it's
Lying to
better.
us. That's why them niggas is running to get up out of here, my dude. That's why they running over
Mm.
here. They're
They
running over
running
here.
over here,
You know?
and they
And
ain't even looking back over there. They'll go back and visit, but they don't want to go back and live.
no, they'll tell you
Mm.
stories. They'll tell you stories and tell you, and then try to enforce that I'm different than you, but you trying to be me. You worse than anything that I could ever be, because you left your homeland. You left your homeland. Then you come over here and brag about how good it is, but you ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what part of the game is that?
Mhm.
Waving the flag and you over here and shit. Like, get your ass out of here.
Exactly.
Like, niggas just drop kick his ass. Like, get your ass out of here, man. Yeah, he over here waving the flag. This is my country. They're like, what? Get his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. And
Get
that's
your
why,
ass
yo,
out.
that's why a lot of them don't understand us. You know, they're like, oh, the Americans, they just spend money and all of this and that. We used to having shit, nigga. I
Yep.
ain't. If I starved, it's cause I let myself starve. It ain't cause
I'm not wearing
I
them
couldn't get no
sandals.
food.
I'm not wearing them
I
sandals.
ain't eat no rats on no stick though. I feel. You talking about
Telling the
somebody drop 100 pounds, damn it, quick. If that was the only thing left on this planet to eat, I'm good.
Man, yeah, we drop 100 pounds, we living. They drop 100 pounds, they evaporate.
Exactly.
sandals. Them
They
sandals.
don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit that one.
Yeah,
What in the hell would
Crazy.
possess you to go goddamn it kill a rat and fry it?
Ain't no way. Yeah. Oh, matter of
not
fact,
even
We
not.
yo, I
see
heard.
rats.
Yo, matter of fact,
We
somebody
see
told me
gophers
that
and rats and
recently.
shit. A nigga is jumping and trying to get the fuck out of the way of the fucking rat. They damn it trying to hunt the rat down and cook it, throw it over a grill or
Hmm.
over a fire and eat it.
Hmm.
What kind of nasty shit is
Yeah,
that?
right here in America
Everything
too.
crawling ain't meant to be ate.
How you eating rats in America?
Mm.
Crazy.
We ain't never done that.
Catch it on the street and just take it home. Like fuck it.
And I said, show
That's
me one of
Scat.
y'all
crazy.
great African ancestors that even showed y'all how to cook soul food. Because they don't fix soul food over there.
Mm-mm.
They
Ain't
cook
no-
in vinegar. Do they cook with vinegar like we do?
Nope.
Man, that shit be looking like that shit'll fuck your stomach up. Shit be just
Have
looking
your
like a
whole
bunch of spices
have
and
your
shit.
whole
Like, damn, what the fuck? Just mad weird ass spices.
have your whole what's it called system thrown off. Eat some shit
Hmm.
like that.
You had a
Change your
Can
whole
y'all
life.
imagine you
you had
talking
a
about
water run.
you got a stomach ache, you go to the emergency room, they gonna show you a whole rat foot that didn't digest.
Rat on a stick.
Yeah. They didn't
Yeah,
even
son.
digest.
Nigga, like you been eating rat on a stick, man. You
Yeah.
got to skip through to somebody who just ate a rat. Shit. They got 50,000 diseases and shit. Like,
Mm,
Oh.
mm.
Ooh. The whole
you
ass
you
of the rat is stuck in your intestine, your small intestine. What kind of shit is this?
Mhm.
you can't
Oh,
cook off the rats. I mean, you can't cook off the diseases the rat got. The rat is
because
dirtier
rat
than the
eats
pig.
everything.
They
He eats
dirtier than the pig.
everything.
Mhm. They be like,
Yep.
yo, why everybody come here and they able to save their money? Motherfucker, you got two outfits and you eating rat.
Cause he ain't
Of
got no
course you
choice.
of
It
course
ain't
you
like
could fucking save. You save all your shit.
see,
Yeah.
our culture require us
Yeah.
to be kind of spiffy and fly and shit. They ain't
Fact.
got that culture. They holding
Nah,
on to nothing. You want to hold on to for what?
man. I had an
What
African
you
dude I
holding
was
on to?
working
Them
with. He
Negroes, look,
African
we're
African
two
dude I was
different kind
working
of
with.
people. We believe in bathing and smelling good. But for
Mhm.
those who believe in cleanliness, that is good. I know some indigenous people don't like to wash their ass. But majority of us, we believe in hygiene. They don't believe in
Mhm.
hygiene thing over there on that landmass.
Mhm.
They will throw up some perfume cologne over some funk in a
Some
heartbeat.
shit on top of
Like they
shit.
done had a full bath. They will bathe in that
Oh,
in that perfume or cologne, And all it does was enhance that funk that's already sitting on their ass. You can smell them coming. Go in those Arab stores, y'all, and the ones that don't bathe, you go in their store, man, you can smell them niggas as soon you open up the door.
African dude I was working with, that nigga said him and the other dude was taking shifts, sleeping in the room. Like, so one will work at night and one will work in the day. I said, what? This shit crazy. Ain't no way, man. Shit like
Oh,
that.
man,
I'm like, nah,
see,
bro.
you gotta think where they come from. Shit, that's luxury. Them niggas over there
Crazy shit.
sleeping on motherfucking hard dirt floors. Shit.
Rat skin shoes.
But you came over here and built shotgun houses and did the irrigational system and shit. But you go back over there, you got no running water. Y'all niggas still toting waters on top of your head. All this
You ever
type of
seen an
shit.
African
So
plumber?
please explain that to me, huh?
I ain't seen an African plumber yet.
I ain't either. These niggas still running around here with full baskets of water on top of their nigga
see this shit.
vertebrates and everything throwed off over there
You can
from
see this
toting their
empress.
water. Huh?
Y'all gonna see this shit? Look.
Oh my. Wait a minute.
Look at this shit. Look.
That's a statue?
Look. That's a nigga with rats on the stick,
Boy, you
bro.
look like a statue though.
Look.
That nigga
That
great.
nigga be hunting, don't it?
Look.
What in the Sam hell?
They got the little nigga out there. You know he probably snacked on a couple while he was sitting on the road and shit.
Look at him, man. I bet they got rats running wild out there, motherfucker.
Who the fuck gonna sit there and eat that shit, yo? Like, I mean, like, who
You're
the
not
fuck
eating
did you?
that.
I thought you were supposed to be civilized humans. Like, come on now. In Uganda, that's in Uganda.
That's something
That's why them niggas
you
probably
keep
got
to
AIDS,
yourself.
bro.
That ain't nothing you try to
That's
go
why they
sell.
probably got AIDS. That's probably why they got AIDS, because the shit they eating is killing their immune system. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit right there, rats, man, come on. Your body gotta take all attention off of anything to take that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? When you digest something like that, your body is going to be on cold red. Your body gonna be like, yo, what the fuck
That
is
can't
that?
even
Like,
get my lip.
You know he gonna reuse them sticks too, right?
bro, they gonna pull over, eat them and shit. Like, let me get the stick back.
Man, that's the bed frame.
Imagine the motherfucker coming up to you talking about how much is that rat in the window? Right there.
You ain't got no
Let's see if
window.
we can see if we get a close up. Look. Dad, look at this shit. Look at that shit right there.
That shit nasty, man. I'm talking about I done tore a house up trying to get away from one. So how is you out here catching them and eating them?
Look at
at
this shit,
that.
yo.
It's too
They
many
must know
pictures.
where the colony is.
Look
They
at
got
this
to know where
shit. Look at
the
this shit.
colony is.
Look at this shit, nigga. We ain't the same people. Home money grip.
Hell no. We ain't
Damn.
never looked at no rat as no motherfucking delicacy. We gotta get
Damn.
the fuck out the way from them motherfuckers.
And this is your culture. This is what your ancestors passed on to you.
That's next people.
This is what your
Shit,
ancestors
one even
passed
wearing
on
that
to
war
you.
bonnet.
Man,
Nigga go to war and fight them. Them ain't
steal
even
some
red
food from
folks.
Master. Till we eat some
Those are
shit like that. I'd rather get my hand cut off.
Exactly.
They civilized like a motherfucker, yo.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's some crazy shit,
Yo,
dude.
the first picture though, the nigga look like a statue though. Why he look cement?
Trying to get that bag, man, off of selling them rats.
Man, do y'all know rat feces and shit can kill you?
That's what they eat everything.
Oh, wait. Go back down. The nigga seasoning them shit.
What the fuck?
Like he's seasoning them.
It's like some cockroaches. I'm like some cockroaches. Like
go back down.
Could you imagine them throwing barbecue sauce on that
shit?
shit?
A little paprika on that shit.
Look. The motherfucker look like they boiled them. Look. They don't even, look. Listen, look. I'm a chef. what method of cooking did they do to this motherfucker, yo? I'm looking at it
Mm.
myself like, what did they, what, you
It
didn't,
just look dead.
what, they stir fried them and shit? Like,
Nah, man.
Mm.
They hung them on them shits till they died.
Could y'all imagine the rat screaming as they was cooking? You know they make that loud sound.
nigga,
Oh man, that's some
they got that,
nasty
they got that,
shit.
that nigga clamped in the stick and shit. Like, so, I get it. Oh, all right, they got them cooked and they got them raw. So you can buy them cooked or raw.
Oh, okay. Now it's making sense. Now it's making
That's
sense.
the
Yeah.
ancestor right there. Look. So this the
Look, son,
motherland.
he's seasoning that shit. Look, he drop a
I
little
do.
paprika on that.
So this is what we're gonna get when we go back to the motherland. We're gonna get an opportunity to see these niggas
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
rat.
That's a monkey.
But those trying to go back over to that motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Look at it. Oh, we got
Where he
evidence of
cooking at?
them eating one.
Oh
Look, this
yeah.
nigga eating one. Look,
Just tear head
we
off.
got footage of them. Look, we got footage of them eating one. Look at this motherfucker.
Oh no.
Yes.
Nah.
Impossible. Pass me the rat.
I go straight vegetarian if I do some
Nigga got the
bullshit like
nerve to
that.
have a shake up.
This one I'm pulling up one side of the TV. I'm like, you niggas is this, so this the family right here for y'all niggas going back to.
That look like Sarnetta right there eating that rat.
Yo, like, yo,
He really eating that shit.
I just they supposed to be civilized beings that taught us all this shit that we know.
Yeah. Them.
If your grandmother got sense to motherfucking use vinegar and soak shit in vinegar and clean shit and everything. These niggas eating shit with the hair on it. You eat the whole. You might as well just caught the rat and did like V. You remember that the movie V and shit? Nigga catch the lizard, just eat the rat and shit. These niggas eating, man. Listen, bro. Listen. First of all, I tell you like this, right? And I'm saying this just for a part of a lot of Africans don't know about the slave trade. A lot of them don't know, but a lot of them come here, like I said, they think they better than us because they able to maneuver in this white man system the same way we able to. See, the problem is that this country let people come here and they get them the same shit that we able to get. We have a hard time getting. Matter of fact, some people come here, they look down on you because they like, oh, I'm able to get this. I ain't been here for a minute. So my whole thing is when I be showing people Africans and I already know we ain't Africans. We don't got the same culture. I don't want to hear about none of your historical myths over there. You only got Egypt. We got numerous things over here. We got our own shit. And we ain't eating rats. Even motherfuckers eat coons. Even niggas eat raccoons in the South. Whatever. My father told me to eat raccoon.
That
But
make
you
more
won't
sense.
know it. You won't know it's a raccoon though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm at least like I said, a raccoon is a dirty motherfucker too. But at least that motherfucker tastes like something. This nigga eating shit with the hair on it. Like my dude, like they eat. This is some of the nastiest shit, nigga. That nigga came to me and shot that nigga in his fucking face.
Yo,
like,
if you lay a rat, yo, if I got two choices, you say, yo, eat this raccoon or eat this rat. I'm like, yo, I'll slap shit out you. If you don't fucking cook that raccoon, nigga.
Yo, see how his arms is though?
Yeah, people here eat raccoons for real.
Yeah, they do.
And possum.
Yeah,
And a possum ugly. We used to put possum in cans, my dude. Possums is ugly as hell.
Possum soup, all that.
Yeah, possum in a can.
Ain't no rat though.
I mean, but not like that. But
I'm good.
Listen, I would have more respect for them if they took some time and at least get the hair off and filleted this shit and sauteed it or did some method or something. Dress that so you won't even taste that motherfucker. You won't even know what it is. All you know is some meat in a sauce with some beans or something. You be like, that shit was good as hell. What was that? Oh, that was
Hell yeah. Yeah. I done see some shit in the South, but nothing like that, man. I see people eat frogs.
I don't think you want to know.
Glenn is right. He said I remember when my grandma got the government food and the $4,000 check in the mail back in the early '80s. So because his grandmama's indigenous, so she was getting her money. See,
Yup. Money ain't no rat.
How bad, yeah. See,
Fuck
they
that
old,
shit.
they ain't over there lying to you about some fake ass culture where these people try.
And
They
death,
running out of
death before
Africa.
dishonor.
They running out
yep.
of Africa. You understand what I'm
Ain't no
saying? They
way.
running out of Africa.
Eat a rat, boy. That's wild.
They
No, I
I'd
ain't
rather
do.
eat
know
some grass, nigga. I'd rather eat some grass.
Man, listen,
this
I'll
shit.
be a
Be out
motherfucker.
there grazing and shit.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a motherfucking rat. I mean, a roach or something before I eat a fucking rat, man.
I ain't eating none of them.
Yeah.
Look,
Damn
you
it.
ain't
That
trying to.
shit crazy.
Hey, Emperor, you ain't trying to win
I
a $50,000
It's
and
a
shit
lot
on
of
fifth.
shit,
hell
man.
no. I said
It's a
broke.
yo. I think it's a lot of shit I eat before I eat a
I
rat.
ain't selling my motherfucking soul. Damn that.
Hey, look, yeah, that's a fear factor shit, right? This nigga would have won.
Eat a rat.
They bring him over
Oh
here.
hell
Bring him
yeah.
over here. Bring him
Exactly.
over here.
Nah,
Put him over here.
that
I
ain't no
bet you they
fear.
done tore red heads off while they was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
I
this
ain't
nigga
doing
gonna,
nothing.
he
Shit
gonna be the
jumping around.
champion. You know they win marathons and shit. You know the Africans be winning marathons. Bring this nigga over here. He gonna win every fear factor in the head.
Hell yeah.
He gonna win every.
Shit like that
That's
though.
crazy though.
That don't scare easy. You see how they be running after those damn lions and shit over there? Crazy.
Yeah. Where the hedgehogs at? They ain't got no hedgehogs or nothing. God
My
damn.
dude. Where the chick? I thought. Listen, why the
Something.
Most High ain't provide for them? That's that. But listen. So where's this beautiful culture that we supposed to see that no one wants to leave?
Yes.
I don't
They
know.
say
We,
they see remnants of African culture all through America. Wow.
Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah. I bet you doing because we over
Yeah.
here.
Use the
You
right
Yeah.
come to
word,
a
remnants.
Yeah.
last week he was gonna get a plate in his
Sprinkles.
lip. Now last week he was gonna get a plate in his lip. Now he want to get a baseball hat. He want to get a motherfucking some Timbs or something. Shit. He's like, nah, I don't want to do the plate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to America.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
they ain't got no sauce, nothing.
Well, that shit right there. Yeah, he could at least, like I said, man. If I'd have seen the leg itself, if I'd seen the leg of the rat, I'd be like, what the
Yeah, wait a minute. You said he could lease what? He said, man, he could lease. He didn't even know what to
hey,
say.
yo,
That shit is crazy.
and they be eating the
I'm
leg
gonna
and
get the
shit,
shit
man.
on it.
What the? Yo, you smack
That
that
shit
nigga in his
crazy.
head, nigga. You supposed to be I thought you supposed to be a civilized man.
That
Them
nigga
niggas
crunching.
old. My dude,
That nigga crunching
listen.
little. Oh my god, little
Them
rat
niggas,
bristle.
all these Pan Africans, the only thing they can do, only culture they got of Africa is the ancient, the antiquity culture or what they believe. And the shit
Mm.
that's over there now. Them niggas that sit over there with them and eat some rats. You won't be African if you don't eat a rat.
They'll be right back over here. They'll be right back over here trying to join us, trying to repent and
Soccer,
shit.
soccer upmost. Like won't visit that country and do that culture. That's ancient culture over
Fuck
there.
that. Asians
Listen,
doing the same shit. Asians about the
They
same
was
too.
showing how those Asian was
Bullshit
bringing
too.
dogs in, to put in the food. Shit, it is some nasty ass shit. Fuck
oh, them
that.
niggas
I
is them
ain't never
motherfuckers.
ate Chinese. I ain't gonna never eat it.
Listen,
Mm.
them motherfuckers is the nastiest.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
probably taught
dig
the
in their
African.
ass and then make you a
But you know
plate.
what though? At least, at least one thing about them Chinese people, they try to dress it up a little bit. This nigga eating it with the hair on it. Like he in a
Mm-hmm.
wilderness. Like he ain't had no other
Mm-hmm.
choice. Like he don't know. You ain't got no civil. You ain't civilized
That
at
nigga,
all, man.
nigga eat that damn rat
Yeah.
like it's his first meal in a long time.
Yeah. He just boiled that shit up and just stuffed it in his mouth.
You Africans that's in it. Are we still live?
That's a nice pie right there.
Well,
You don't think so?
Africans that's in the chat room, if you really African, let me see you catch
Yeah,
a
right.
rat and eat
That's
Lex Vortex.
nigga.
Ask Lex,
I'll catch the shit for you.
do the
I want
African
to see
challenge.
this.
Let's do the African challenge right here.
Do
Look,
that.
eat a rat.
Real Africans,
Damn.
we got a challenge for you. Let's see if y'all follow through with this.
Damn. That voodoo ain't working too good, man.
Little man, he got 2 for $5, yo. I don't think I think they sell them individually. They gotta grab
You
them
know
by the
what?
tail.
That
They might
shit
as well go
remind
straight
me.
to
Do y'all
humans,
remember
man.
that episode of Martin when they got snowed in and
Oh, that shit
what's his
jumped on them.
name? What's dude? Damn. He came through, knocked on Martin them doors, said they had pigeons on the stick. What's his
Oh yeah. Hustle man.
hustle man? Yeah. She said, Gina said, "Ooh,
Got
that
these
smell good."
pigeons.
He saw. He said, "That's mama and a little pork and bean juice."
At least he had some juice on that shit. These niggas, they ain't got nothing.
Woo!
Oh, you
That
talking about
shit
that
ain't
Nasty,
bird?
man. Yeah,
nobody
and they
got
got the
no
pigeons.
fucking pigeon on the stick, nigga.
I'd rather eat that pigeon than that goddamn. I'd rather eat a pigeon than
I
that shit.
ain't messing with none of it.
Fuck that. That shit right there is crazy, nigga. A rat?
I
Oh
mean,
my
it's
god.
gonna be
I can't
that.
even see how could you even get any nutrition from that shit.
That nigga like polite too.
Oh
Trying
man, damn.
to sell a motherfucker. Ain't no
They
nerd shit,
said,
man.
what they say for life from? They said for life is from, damn, I heard that shit.
Not in the
He look like,
Caribbean.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was in the Caribbean. Nigga
what
look
the
like
fuck
he's
is
straight up
that?
out of the big end
That nigga,
of Africa.
they lying. Don't
Back
nobody know
end.
where polite is from. You heard me? Don't nobody know where
Uh,
polite. Don't nobody know who polite is. Don't none of the niggas. He ain't from Brooklyn like
yeah.
he's claiming he is. Niggas in Brooklyn don't know him. You know what I'm saying? So don't nobody
Judging
know
by
polite.
that, judging by that hairline, he look like he from out of the backwoods of the back jungle of Africa.
Damn. Yo,
P,
That nigga
yo,
got a
man, y'all
that
still
nigga got
going,
a
man?
go
fucked
ahead
up.
forehead going on. Go ahead forehead.
Man, I'd have been in the back eating that grass and shit, man. Fuck y'all.
He he glued
What's
that
good with
hat
the
on.
side?
He glued that hat on to his headpiece, my dude. You heard me, Empress? He glued
Yeah.
that hat onto his head and shit. He can't take the hat off and shit. Like,
Oh,
Man,
that's one funny looking character, man.
Fucking
see
soil
some
dry as shit. Look at the soil.
yeah, you
yo,
see this shit?
what's this conversation about, man? What's good?
Africans eating
What's up?
rats.
You must have been asleep, Libra son.
Yeah, man, I had to get out for a minute.
Man, Libra son, was you up when Lex Vortex was in here?
Yeah, man.
Lex
Ran his ass up
flipped
out of
his
here.
whole war bonnet.
Yeah, you know.
I don't even know how he got a war bonnet. He don't know who his fourth great grandmother is.
No,
Crazy.
man, this been over a year ago. Lex was rocking hard, man, on his live screen with the full war bonnet and everything.
Oh man.
Well, you know how it
Nigga
goes.
had symbols and shit.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He said I was nutted. I was nutted in some bad nut
yeah.
bag. Oh,
So what's good? What we talking about?
Oh man.
shit, whatever you
All
want to
right. That's
talk
enough
about.
of this.
Whatever
God
you want to
damn.
talk about.
God.
Nah, we was
Oh
just
my
showing live. We
god.
was
What the
just
fuck
showing
is
live
that?
footage. We
Why
was
you got
showing
the
live.
homie yoked up? Why you got the homie yoked up like that?
Yeah. So
He
so
said,
yeah,
"Me and
I know y'all was having a little
Oh,
fun.
these niggas, they grooming. They ain't just eating
Yeah. We
rats.
can
They
get back
grooming
to
them.
y'all can get back to teaching. Did we-
Yeah, that sound good. God damn.
That rat on the stick kind of look sickening over there. I
Yeah,
can't get
water
jiggy
rat.
with.
Yeah,
I
you know
can't
we
get
don't
Like
jiggy.
just came out from
we
water.
don't
I
fuck
can't
with
get
that.
jiggy with. Huh?
Oh, yo,
That
yo,
yeah.
yo, son at the car window trying to sell that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so
Yeah,
hey,
that's it.
man, did you get a chance to check out the declaration, man? What's up?
You said, did I get a chance to check it out? Was it the video or the
Yeah.
actual? You sent me the document.
I don't know if I sent. I don't know if I got your email, but I did.
Where can I find it at?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna get it to you. Let me get it to you. Um, matter of
I
fact,
seen
let
the
me see.
video.
Yeah, you saw the video. That's part of it. So what you think about it?
That shit was dope. I was
Can
wondering.
you play it for them to see it in the chat, Libra son?
I can't do it from here. Um, that's
I don't know what chief.
something Ty got to do because he got actually has it. But
Oh, okay. Tap probably gone back to sleep, but
Oh
he got back
man.
up. We actually had almost 100, over 100 people today, and they was rocking with us.
Yeah,
Damn near
it
to
was
the
lit.
check cut off on us.
It was lit.
yeah. But he bought part of his little
They on
crowd
here 7 hours.
was back there. They was coming trolling for real. The troll crowd was in. Added to
Hmm.
all of them just can't pop up out of nowhere, man. That's crazy.
Mm,
Yeah,
All those trolls popped up out of nowhere, so that was a
yeah.
good effort. You know what I'm talking about?
but I told Lex, I said, you just want
Yes.
to belong to something. It's
Mm,
sad that we actually feel that we are nothing unless we belong to some kind of
mm,
social site, or
mm.
whether it's the Bible, the church, or or just an
Hey yo,
organization outside.
he's arguing with us and shit, but it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, he was crying for help, really.
Nah, well,
Dude,
like I said, it was
like Corey Mayo say, he don't went from Christian to Hebrew, Pan African, over to the indigenous American. Now he back at the Pan
Mm,
African.
well, you know what it
next
is,
stop is a
man.
crazy house.
Yeah, like I say, man, that was just some coordinated little effort. You know what I'm saying? To try
Mm,
to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Try to stir up the pot. But it's
mm,
all good. You know what I mean? One day he gonna look
Mhm.
around, and when it comes to identifying himself, he gonna have to make a choice. So that's all. It's about. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the
mm,
day, they
Mhm.
don't have a claim to make. You know what I mean? And they act and they
Yeah.
think that it's not important. So we'll let them deal with that. Being in the ether, not belonging to nothing, and not being able to have any anchor to any land. So we'll see how it pan out.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's
we'll see.
what it is. That's what it is.
Like I told him, like to me, he went over here to save face because they was dogging him so bad. He had to go over
Mm.
and save face.
Yeah, that's what I said. It seemed like it was like, because he was trying to like be friendly too at the same time until, started dusting them. Then he started getting a little aggressive then. Once he started
Well,
dusting them and shit,
the,
he
the
got barked
thing
on.
is, man, that I mean, he been in subject of the topic for quite a while today, but he just rendered himself irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So we'll deal with that. You know what I'm saying? He can go into obscurity with the rest of his crew. So because that's what's happening. Their philosophy is old and outdated. It's dying.
Mm.
That's just what
That's
it
a
is.
fact. That's a
That's just
fact.
what it is. So we don't even have to really.
I thought he was gonna come with something though. Like he didn't have nothing. And Lex used to debate with us. Like,
Mm.
so how do you like that's the ultimate flip flopping right there. Like ultimate. Think about
That nigga's a crypto
That's
blood.
just like being
it. He don't even
that's
know
just
how
like
what to
being
flip to.
A
Like it's
crypto blood.
He wore bonnets. I
Nigga in
don't know what.
4 gangs.
I don't know what's going on with him, man. He got some
that
type.
was like Lex was like he was at Jesus crucifixion party and he was like fucking shit.
Man.
Let him down.
Man, he in the dark. Yo, he in a dark room right now with a red and blue flag on, beating himself up. That nigga
Mm-mm.
confused, man.
But I'm the nut bag. That's what he kept calling me, a nut bag.
Barking on his ass. That's what happened. He was barking on him.
Well, at the end of the day, they're following evolution. So,
Oh
that's
yeah, he
that's
say he don't believe in evolution theory.
Oh man.
It
they're
ain't even,
following
if
it
you
or
think
not
about it,
the
it's not
evolution.
even evolution. Is if you say he evolved, it's not evolve, it's devolve. Because how you gonna go from being a ape or a monkey to devolve it down into a human state? It's devolve. It's not evolving.
Well, the thing is that people have to realize that know anything about science whatsoever, that actually been out in the field, that actually, that that actually does science experiments or what have you,
Mhm.
know that that's not how you evolve anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can't just evolve this um, based on your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's a genetic um, evolution that has to take place. And I haven't known anybody to grow no goddamn fur because it's cold outside yet. So until I
Mm-hmm.
see some shit like that, then
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't believe that bullshit.
right. So
Yeah. But a lot of shit just be common sense, man. That's why I tried to come at dude with was common sense. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, they got palm trees over there. We got palm trees over here. So you saying your palm trees came and fucked our palm trees? Like what the fuck is
Yeah,
this
that
nigga
was
talking
funny
about,
as hell.
man? You know,
yeah,
That
I
was
just
mean,
funny as hell.
like I say, they don't really use science, pseudo. So that's the problem. You know
That
what I'm
was his
saying?
favorite word. That was what he kept saying.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pseudo.
Man, time, yeah.
yeah.
Shit
But
ain't
that's
make no sense
all it
though.
That's all it is, man. They just
Mm,
paint all this stuff together. So they mix pseudo in with real science and try to make it, try to give it some
mm,
legitimacy. So
yeah. I'm trying to
that's
figure
how
out
it
how the
works.
fuck we got palm trees. You
Yeah,
know what
we
I'm
already,
saying?
they don't even deal with those facts, man. So it'd be like a waste of time telling them
Yeah.
because they don't deal with those facts.
Yeah. Just
They
stupid
don't deal
shit.
with timelines. They don't deal with archaeology. They don't deal with facts.
Yeah. 'Cause I told dude, I said, well, listen, the creation is a certain way. We know that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing somewhere that doesn't belong there. So I said, why the hell would there be fruits and vegetables and shit over here with no humans over here? That don't make no fucking sense. What you
Exactly.
trying to say? That don't make no sense, man. That's just common sense, man.
Yeah, so you know how it is, man. They all try. See, and that's the problem with the European philosophy is that they try to dictate what the creator intentions are. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
they always think they can recreate it or whatever case may be,
Mm-hmm.
but
Facts.
they can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, the reason that the polar bear hair is white is because after a period of time he moved here and his hair turned white. That's bullshit. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? The polar bear is the white because he was meant to be there. That is why.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get,
Mm-hmm.
just like, you're saying is that, when they put these fruits and vegetables around, um,
Mm-hmm.
they put it there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So the people there could
people
eat it.
Right, because people were there. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Put people there so they can have something to eat. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so that's. I mean,
But let
it's
these clowns tell it that, we all started in one place. We didn't start
Man.
simultaneously all over the whole planet. We just started in
Mm-hmm.
Africa. All the shit was just
Yeah.
going on here.
Yeah. He
Mind
tried to
you,
show
Africa
me.
don't have hardly nothing there. So how
Mm-hmm.
was you sustaining life over there?
Mm-hmm. First thing I said when I came on, the first thing I said, yo, I ain't a historian or nothing. I want to use common sense. I said, Africa, y'all got yams, or y'all got a yam. I said, over here we got yams, but they're not related, but they are. So that's the same thing as it being so-called black people over there and so-called black people over here. It's the same thing.
right.
It's just
Like I
common
say,
sense, man.
right. So what they try to, it's like, okay, well, what would be the point of starting, in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Practically a barren land. So like I said,
Mm,
and they try to say what the intentions are of the creators, and they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody told them that that's where life started. They just came up with that shit with no evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because it all fit their narrative. Because they had to make everything fit their narrative. That's what it's all.
mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
well, I always
we
ask
we know
questions.
what
Fuck
we be
that.
dealing with. We know what we dealing with over there. You know,
Mm,
and like I say, man, at the end of the day, they make that choice, and they the ones putting themselves in the box. You know what I'm saying? While we deal with what we deal with.
mm.
So that's just what it is. We move forward. We bringing out information that haven't been brought out before. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, that shit. You know what happened? You know why that dude came over? You know what I just thought about? Paid in full. When that nigga got robbed, he said, "You gonna let that man come take your shit? Nah, you better get over there and get your fucking money." It's the
yeah.
same shit. They probably sent him over here like, nah, you just had them feathers on. Nah. You gonna have to go over there and get your. You gonna have to show you down with us. He ran over here, got hit with mad arrows and shit.
Well,
Ran his act.
here's the
Got.
thing, man. Whenever Dane comes on our line, man, then you get all these trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And that's
Mm,
what that was really about. So
mm,
we know what we be dealing with, man. It's they have
mm,
and we know their language. So when they're speaking in the chat room, we know their talking points. We know their language. So
mm,
easy to figure out, what's going on. Then you had the sister Renee come on, and I mean, it's like, come on, that's not a coincidence. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So,
mm,
so the thing is, we know when they putting on a coordinated effort, man. It's
mm,
simple to read. You know what I mean? They got a pattern, and they always do the same shit. They always say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we really used to that shit. Sometimes we just like to spar. We just like to spar with them sometimes. That's
mm.
all.
I don't understand why everybody hate Dane so bad, man. Everywhere I go, I keep, you know what I'm saying, seeing videos and shit. Like I ain't seen nobody get so many videos about them and shit. Like goddamn,
Jealousy and jealousy, man. Envy.
that
Jealousy
shit
and envy.
crazy.
That's all it is. Jealousy and envy, man.
It's just truth. All you put out there is truth. That's it.
Yeah, but they getting them, when you get a certain amount of numbers and notoriety, man, people gonna be,
Ah,
you know what I mean?
it's
They
crazy,
gonna feel
man.
some type of way about it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They don't have, that's what they used to be able to do. And they can't do that
mm,
anymore, so they feeling some type of way about it. But
mm,
it's a new paradigm shift, man, and they just have to deal
mm.
with it. Just what it is.
Damn,
So
that's crazy, man.
Indians on the rise and they don't like it.
Yeah, it's going down.
You know what I'm saying? So
Going down.
it is what it is.
I'm
But
barely getting sleep around this motherfucker.
right. We trying to wake the people up. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, I woke up. I woke
Trying-
up. I got like 6 hours of sleep. Remember, I was on last night. I got like 5, 6 hours of sleep. Got up with the young one. Right to Facebook. Right to posting. Right to getting at people. Right to helping people with genealogy and all that kind of shit.
That's what's
You
up.
know what I'm saying?
But
Niggas ain't playing.
that's doing the work, man. And their philosophy ain't about doing no damn work.
Hmm,
So they don't want to be in a position where they have to do some work and they get mad about that too. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying? So I mean, that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? So they just gotta take it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they gonna fight a little bit for it. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, it's gonna just be overwhelming for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, man. It's all good though.
Oh well. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, man. So
We just gotta do what's for us, man. Just keep building.
yeah,
Keep
man.
building. Keep putting out that knowledge. Fuck them. I
Right.
wouldn't, man. I just wouldn't even pay attention to them, to be honest. Them niggas no air.
See, the thing is
But
this, man. The system operates off an illusion, right? So, this is why they try to push their paradigms to keep an illusion going. And
Mm.
since people are waking up from that illusion, what I'm saying, all of a sudden, it's some shit that gotta happen. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, these people waking up again. What the hell's, what we gonna do? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And that's what they're dealing with right now, man. They
Mm.
don't want to wake up the sleeping giant, man. You know what I'm saying? But the
I think
sleeping
some
giant
people
is
be
on
so
the way.
invested too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean,
You done got into the African religion. You done did all of this. You know what I'm saying? You got all this different stuff. You done paid all this money to get into these religions and all this different stuff. And you got onks all over the goddamn place and shit. It's like, damn,
yeah,
everybody know me for this. How am I gonna stop doing that? You know what I mean?
yeah. I
I've been
mean,
saying I'm this. How am I gonna not be it now?
right, right. So,
That type of shit.
exactly. That's. I mean, you're gonna have that too. You're
Yeah,
gonna have
wow.
that too. So, but they're gonna have to come to reality. You know what I'm saying? Because the difference between fantasy and reality is what they're dealing with right now. So it's time for them to wake up out of that fantasy and deal with reality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going on right now.
Because
That's
even
that.
if you was even if you was an African, it still wouldn't make sense for you to claim that land over there when everything you went through and everything or your family went through and where your family at is over here. That just don't make no sense either way.
Well, like I say, is to create romanticism, right? And to
Mm,
keep you in a state that you can't make any claim. You know what I mean?
mm,
So they have, as long as they feel like they belong somewhere else, they don't have a claim to make.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? They don't have anything at stake, so they think. So
mm,
it's like, look, we,
okay.
we over here, and
Mm,
our ancestors came here in chains, and as soon as they was freed, why didn't they take their ass back home? You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
it's just a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't meet the common sense test.
mm,
It doesn't meet the common sense test. You know what I'm saying? Because if what they said was true, then the first thing they would have did once they got their freedom was to take their ass back home,
hell yeah.
which they did not. So they're
Mm,
gonna stay and endure, not just slavery, but getting their ass whipped, getting their ass hung, and all types of shit, and never try to take their ass home. What does that tell you? That tell
mm,
you they was already here. We was already home.
mm,
Nowhere else to
mm.
go.
I
That
never seen
that
somebody that
was
got an answer for everything. You motherfuckers got an answer for everything. You know, well, why my grandmother and your grandmother said they both said they was Cherokee. Oh, because they just don't want to be African and this, that, da, da, da.
right, self hate.
What? She changed your pamper, all of that? How disrespectful could you be? That just
And
sound
you really
crazy as
know nothing
hell.
about being African and shit. So why would they
Exactly.
not want to be something that they don't even
That they, yeah. My people had pride in who they was. So why
right?
would they? You know what I'm saying? If I was an African or even a full blown, I'd be like I'm African. Shit,
I'm gonna tell you the
it
most
is what
stupid
it
shit I ever
is.
heard somebody come out of somebody's mouth. They said that their grandmama was illiterate. She did not know that she was from Africa.
Now,
Yeah,
every
okay.
now and then you might meet somebody whose grandmother or great grandmother remember something about slavery, but they never say they remember anything about African. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? And once they say slavery, then they automatically equate it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just the, like you say, man, it's the common sense test, right? And
Mm-hmm.
as long as they try to use a narrative and you don't rebut it, then they try to act like that's the going rate for today. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we're challenging everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe none of that shit. And we're telling them, you know what? We don't believe none of that bullshit. So come again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We question everything.
I don't believe shit. I know I don't.
You got to prove it.
Yeah, I know I don't. That's why when I came, that's why I said when he was talking all this BC shit and all of this, I'm like, well, listen, I don't know about all of that. I'm just gonna talk to you in common sense and maybe you could get what I'm saying. He still ain't get it, so it's obvious that it's just fancy, like you said,
You
just
got it, bro.
fantasy and
Next,
just
Jay, let me get
comfortability, I guess.
yeah. I
Comfortability.
mean, it's
controller.
just
He
because
definitely got it.
when you don't belong to anything, then you can have no responsibility, no
Hmm.
accountability, no
Hmm.
culpability. You know what I'm saying? So
You
that's
just sit around and talk bullshit all day, bullshit.
you're right.
It's crazy. Hmm. I don't, I don't see Duke get back on the mic ever again.
Oh, they'll be back.
He a
I
damn
want to
fool
say
for
peace
real.
and love to to my relatives out there in the chat. Thanks for hanging with us. We got 50 strong in the
Facts.
chat, y'all.
Facts.
That's peace and love to the first Americans, the first
Hmm.
American gods on earth. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about?
The first.
The first.
Hmm.
Y'all heard Dane play that video this morning with this evening what Malcolm X said. Ab
Hmm.
means first on the planet,
Hmm.
original. Aboriginals mean the first on the planet.
Hmm. Yeah, they try to say some opposite shit, right?
Yeah, I said ab means away.
Yeah, away from something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, that don't make no sense.
Peace, peace,
Peace.
peace. Bye.
Jay, what
Peace.
it do?
What's up, man? How y'all
Guy.
doing?
We
I
great,
was
we
wondering
great.
where you been, man. I know you probably been on the road. I was like, damn, you can't get on the line. What's good?
I be falling. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'll be all the way honest with you, man. I fell all the way back. I fell back a lot, man. I can't deal with it. I don't. That's my temperament. I'm not there. Like I be ready. I be ready to choke the hell out of somebody, man. Like let me fall back, man, because that start affecting my attitude too
Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, we'll do that.
too much. I'm giving too much control over my attitude.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some
Hey,
Yeah.
clowns that come with
But
some dumb
this
shit and
shit,
still
look,
this
make it
shit.
news.
hey, listen to me. Lex is broke. Okay.
Didn't I tell you that?
Now
Didn't I say his
he
food stamps ain't
resurfaced
come?
it. Ted,
I said
listen
that.
to me. Listen to me for a second. The last time he disappeared, he was broke. When he got broke, he popped back up. He disappeared again. He broke again, and he popping back up, trying to make something pop off with this whole movement thing. That's how he be eating.
Mm,
Pay attention. You can't hustle a hustler.
that's a
You know what I'm
I
saying?
shame.
Like
told him
I hear it all in his voice.
he
He
been somewhere in the
unauthentic.
back closet sniffing that damn Baba dust. That's what
Hey,
I
Spin the
look.
told
world and
him.
you lose your soul.
Jokers be having all kinds of stuff they be doing, but I just peep the moves. I know. I be watching. You know what I'm saying? From a
Mm-hmm.
distance, I still be watching. I know you broke. I know you living in the van. And
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I know you trying to get back on this YouTube vibe again so you can make some money.
Ooh, say wash his ass with alcohol.
You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Like, that's what it was all about. Like, that's what was irritating the hell out irritating me the most is like, you got to watch these jokers, man. And I noticed something else. Most of these jokers come from New York.
Mm.
What's
Yep.
up with that?
But
What didn't
Lex
I say
from
that
here.
too?
No, Lex is from Nashville, Tennessee. He from here.
Oh
He
yeah,
from
you did say
Nashville?
that. You did say
Yeah,
that.
he from here.
Yeah, yeah. I said
Got
he
to be
turned
the
African.
eyeball
I
out
said
the
he
group.
turned African in Harlem. That's exactly what I said. Nigga crazy. Nigga make me
Is
want to
that where
kick
he live at?
myself in the face.
Do he live in New York now?
Nah,
Now he here.
I'm in New
Okay.
York. I'm from New York.
All right.
I want to see. So man, I wish, please.
Like even Sarnetta, it's the same situation. That's how he eat. He
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yep.
He know the deal. He
And what
already
I
said
tell
it.
y'all, it's not sudden out of them, it's a money thing with them. They
Mm-hmm.
pushing whatever's hot. That's what keeps their pockets fed. That's what keeps
Gotta
food
keep
on
them
their
kids.
table.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep their
That's why
kids
I
fed
say
off
they
that
show
shit.
up whenever Dane is on the line because that's the meal ticket.
You feel
Yep.
me now, right?
You see where I'm going with that, right? I peeped it. I was
That's
sitting
where
back like,
that dude was in the chat today. John B. Hugs.
Oh God.
He. That's how he added A1 and he was playing one of A1's lives on his channel. Is you serious, nigga? He was in the chat today telling Lex to get back on the panel right before he kept saying, won't you get back on the panel? Nigga, I know you sitting here co-signing. You want anybody and everybody ride against the grain that America is the first up out the waters. And the people started here and spread it out. You wants to be African so bad. It's time to show and prove. We ain't got to keep arguing with y'all. If you're a real African, show and prove that you're African because your debate ain't here. It's over in
listen,
Africa. You shouldn't even
yeah,
be arguing with us. It's in Africa.
everything that they come with is based off of Charles Darwin.
Yep.
That's what they say.
When I deal with these jokers, I do not attack them. I do not attack their modern information. I attack their source. Their source is a secondary source. He plagiarized that whole theory from a guy named Constantine Rastanes. And I keep saying it.
I remember
He's
you
the
saying
one who
that.
came up with it, but he was not talking about human beings. He was talking about animals.
Oh my God.
Charles Darwin took the theory and made it about humans.
He used it because he wanted to say that we came from animals.
Right, but he
Mm-hmm.
took the whole point is he took the whole theory from someone else, then refurbished it to fit his narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
what he did.
Exactly.
Now, Constantine Razanesk, to give some validity to who he is, he's responsible for finding a lot of the ruins that was lost in America, like in Kentucky, like in Tennessee, like in a lot of most of these places. He's recorded as finding all this stuff. He's recorded as going and sitting down with the tribe. He's recorded as living with the tribe, learning about the plants and botany. He's more famous for that than anything else. But he also wrote a book called The Ancient Black the ancient the ancient primitive black nations of America.
We gotta get that one. Ancient.
You can't find it.
What?
You not going it's only came to surface twice, and both books are owned by a private owner. It was in the Philadelphia library for 2 months. Is the only reason why I know about that one. And that Arnaldus Montanus book, they both was on display in the Philadelphia library. That's how I learned. Now I keep on bringing his name up because he shut all that down. Y'all, all that, everything, all that. Shut up.
There you
There
go.
ain't no argument because this was never who these people was, who our family was, our ancestors was here was never a argument. They was arguing over whether we gave birth to religion. They was arguing over our creation stories. They was arguing over our languages. Those was the debates at that time. This is fact. This is all
Because
recorded
we
public
are
information.
the
You can look it
original
all
one.
up.
They arguing because they knew that we was original people of the earth.
Exactly. They knew who they found, and they was arguing about who was correct about the interpretation of everything we was doing, our whole culture. That was the debate of the day in the 18 to 1700s.
Right. Well, as far as they was concerned, then you had other people that had other agendas and shit.
Yeah, but let's understand. I want to make something clear. We gotta understand this. Those early people, that's not the people we talking about. This is their children and grandchildren that we dealing with. The shit that we dealing with coming from them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's way more complex. Like, I don't hear a lot of people who are at the higher echelon talking about certain things like TMH and them doing the Indian Wars now. A lot of stuff is coming out about this Indian War through them Indian Wars. A lot of information. Like George Bush, the Bushes is related. They got a bloodline of Indians. They come from a bloodline of Indians. Corn planter is his name. I posted the link to show the whole bloodline in the chat 3 times a day.
What
I
they
bet you
did,
ain't
they,
nobody
they
click
was
on it.
from Austin or Massachusetts, right?
No, they from up
Well,
north.
that's where their families come from.
Look, they are descendants of corn planter. That's the dude. That's the chief name, Chief Corn Planter. He's involved with signing some of these treaties. That's where
Look,
they come from. That's their
I pulled up the
bloodline.
book. Jay, I pulled up the book. It
Put up the
says
link, right?
legacy stolen. It says legacy stolen of the original Black Americans, primitive Black nations of America. The
Oh, you
American
found it?
was a population populated by Black people. An often ignored, forgotten part of American history is the fact that Europeans encountered dark-skinned people, later referred to as Negroes, when they arrived on the shores of North, South, and Central America. This passage was taken away from Professor Constantine Rafferty, like you said, publication of Atlanta journals and friends of knowledge and details of various Black nations that existed pre-Columbus in America.
I
Atlanta
see.
Journal and Friend Knowledge was based off of over 33 years of travel and research by the extreme professor.
I
Primitive
ain't
Black
bullshitting
Somebody
you.
wrote a
nations
book
of
about his
America.
book.
Listen. They
Uh-huh.
listen. They had college courses on all of his work. Period. Look, listen. I'm trying to tell you. If you want to deal with these jokers, I'm telling you,
This is
just look into him.
this says
That's just one of his books. And
It
he
says
got a whole. He got.
society or of I can't put it, having offered a reward to the best memory of the origin of the Asiatic Negroes. Didn't I tell you I was telling other people they called us Asiatic Negroes.
Asiatic. Because we
I
gave
sent
birth. That
them
was the first
last
place
year
we gave
two
birth to.
memoirs.
That's why, because that was one of the first places we gave birth to.
What? Say that again. Say that again, Jay.
I
But
said Asia is one of the first places we gave birth to.
didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah,
Didn't
because
I say
When
if
you
that
you
go
shit?
in
look
that
at some
Grand,
of our
when
people,
you go in that
you can
When
look
you
at
go
my
in that
eyes
Grand,
for example. I have the tight eye.
Oh,
You can look at
that's
my eyes.
crazy.
when
And
you
a lot
go
of
into
people,
the Grand Canyon, you'll never be up. They'll never let you in there. First of all, but in the Grand Canyon, the statue they got a huge statue the size of a building of a Buddha inside the Grand Canyon.
Mm.
Swords taller than three of us put together,
Hmm.
and that's thousands of years old.
Mm. Mm.
The Smithsonian Institute got mummies in the basement that they found in the in the Grand Canyon. The
Yeah, I remember
temple of
hearing about the
Isis,
mummies.
the temple of Isis is on the top of the Grand Canyon. I ain't lying. Look it up.
that's
See,
why they talk about
see these
ISIS over
jokers.
there.
They be talking about they study this. I really studied this African stuff. I studied the teachers of the teachers. I studied Chancellor Williams and all of those people work. Those early people work. I know the African history. Ain't got nothing to do with us. And I can prove it through their own history. But like I said, I don't got the temperament for it, man. I'm ready to smash on somebody.
The memoirs for one of those Asiatic Negroes were in demonstrating the affinities of the language with African Polynesian Negroes as well as the Hindu, the Chinese, all these Negroes.
And you know,
Himalayas. They said all
it's
these
something.
Negroes. They said and reminded that probably all the Negroes originated in the southern slopes of the Himalayan mountains, as they did once exist over in India, South China, Japan, uh, Arabia, and oh, that's that
All
one. But
those, all of those Negroes descendants that was left over there are in Southeast Asia. When you go to
mm-hmm.
Southeast Asia, all you see is curly afros and dark people.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's all you gonna see. They've been pushed out, pushed south, just like most of the other people. Just like all those Europeans from North Africa we called Europe, all those Africans got pushed down into Africa. All those black
Hmm.
Europeans is sitting in Africa speaking crazy language because they backwards now.
But
Yo,
what
and
you gotta say about this Lex Vortex?
that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy because early, right? I don't even know all of this shit, but I just use common sense, right? I said, well, damn, if the northern tribes descended from the Olmecs, right, and then you got the Bushmen coming into Africa, and then the black and white came after them, so then that means the current is going the opposite way than they claiming.
Let me ask you a question. Did they call the Omex the G?
Yep. The she.
Okay. What can anybody tell me what the G means? XI. That's what G. That's how you spell it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
XI.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, we know
Okay.
what
So
you're
can
talking
I,
anybody tell me what that means?
I think
about.
I heard somebody say what it was. I can't remember.
I
I
don't
heard
know what it
somebody
mean,
break
but
it down.
I'm
I
gonna
know
tell
the
you what it
Asians
means.
got
I'm
shit
gonna
like
tell
that.
you what it means. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it means. It means the Black East,
Hmm.
and translated
Ain't
into
that
English,
something?
it means the Black East. Now I'm gonna give you another piece. As far as China's concerned, China was founded along the Yellow River. That's where you get silk and all that from. That's what we did when we went over there. Right now, the first
Mm-hmm.
emperor,
Say
Hunna
that again.
Kinte. If the first emperor of China name is Hunna Kinte.
Ha ha.
Everything that's outside of the continent of America was first started in America. Language and culture encompasses everything. The same thing that they were doing back then is the same thing they're doing now. They're trying to walk like us, talk like us, dress like us, and be us.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
Glenn
seen an
is right,
Asian kid
and
with
he
some box
remembered.
braids.
Thanks, Glenn is right. Chief, he's chief busy, but he said I remember my uncle. I remember my 102 great uncle used to tell me stories about when he used to travel downtown Charleston back in 1921 and how it was ran by color folks back in those days. Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, right? What's the longest street? What's the longest street in Tennessee?
Oh, Hickory?
Think about the longest street in Tennessee, right? And we got a street in
Yep.
Philadelphia called 52nd Street. That's about the
Mm-hmm.
equivalent of most long streets in any big city, right? That was
Yeah.
all owned by dark skinned, what we should call black folk. Most of the economics in this country was controlled by black folk because when those Europeans came over here, most of those dumb bastards was illiterate and dumb.
Hmm.
Yep.
That's why they
Ninety
couldn't
percent
spell
of
our
those
fucking
people
names right.
That's how and
when
then
they
you can
came
tell they
over
was
here,
illiterate by the way they
they
talk.
they could
Look at the
barely speak
census.
English. We got to remember these are Slavs. They come from Eastern Europe, and they were always underdeveloped. They're the last people to put shoes on their feet. We had to take them by the hand and teach them everything.
Mm.
That's why I
Shit,
don't get
bang
mad about a lot
their
of
ass because
stuff
they said
because
you can smell
Oh,
them niggas before they hit the shores.
yo,
they
that's
had
crazy.
they had good teachers. That's all I can say. I'm not playing the blame game anymore with the half
Yo,
breeds
that's
on the
crazy.
reservations or none of that. I'm not playing no blame games, no point no fingers or none of that because I know I was trying to say it a while ago, but I didn't want to put it out there because I didn't want to jump too fast ahead. But I know that a lot of our people was involved with a lot of this stuff that went on. And we still showing the same traits today. We still sliming each other. We still doing the snaky stuff
Hmm.
right now. And that's the same thing they was doing back then.
This where I found that
We ain't doing nothing new.
about that book at. It's called Melanated Rules, y'all. So if anybody want to go read it, and it's another
All
thing that they post, huh?
All of that information, they got that from Wikipedia. They've been on Wikipedia for 20 something since Wikipedia was
Okay.
up almost. It's been there for a while. You can find it on Wikipedia. They give you
Okay.
actually they give you more information on him, and they give you links when you go on Wikipedia at the
That's
bottom.
what's up.
But you could he look, his work is in the Internet Archive.
Mm.
You can find all of his work in the
So
Internet Archive.
ask these natives who this is.
See, these folks here that we dealing with today, they don't know nothing. They working
Mm.
off emotion and they do not know.
Yep.
Any question that you ask them, they're not gonna be able to answer because they don't even look at this stuff. They're concentrating on the stuff that pertains to them, and that's all modern.
You hear that, Miss Legit Ignorant? Just in case you listening.
I'm still trying to figure out if all of these wars is going on from 1500 all the way on down to the middle of the 1800s. Where how can y'all have any kind of institution? How can you run a plantation in the middle of a war zone?
Mm. That's true.
I want to understand how that works because and all of the South was a war zone. You had the Spanish down here, you had the Dutch down here, you had the French down here, you had the English trying to get down here. Everybody fighting over something. This was a big war zone. That's why all of our old buildings that were built of brick ain't there no more, or remnants of them. And some of them being occupied by churches, city halls, libraries, government buildings. Those are all our buildings.
Yo, you just add exactly what I was saying. I just said some of this shit, man. You
That's why
motherfuckers
they so
retarded.
old. We built everything to last. We drive through mounds right now. We drive over mounds right now. Some of us living on top of mounds right now. Some of these cities are directly built over top of our older cities. Everybody want to talk about this stuff that they say that they know, and all of this stuff that these people is spewing at us is coming from high school.
Yeah, shit don't make no sense though, man. I said, yo, how
They
you gonna
out of
bring
their league.
slaves? How you gonna
But
bring
you
slaves,
can't play
build
with.
these big ass buildings?
We don't got no time to be playing, and a lot of brothers. I love the brothers, but y'all playing with them. Stop playing with them. It's too much. It's too much at stake for people to be playing around with these jokers because they got followers and they leading their followers left. And we trying to pull them right. So you can't. Ain't no room for no playing with none of these jokers. There's no room. There's no room to pussyfoot around the truth. Get right to the point. I hate when people try to explain something to take you 20 minutes to explain something that it would have took you 1 minute. I hate that. I can't deal with that. I be ready to smack somebody when they doing. Man, get to the point. You ain't getting time back. It's gone. So what we playing for? I got kids. I ain't got no time to be playing. I don't know what type of time other dudes is on, but I got kids. I ain't got no time to be sitting around playing. If I take my time and donate my time, then that means I'm doing it with a purpose. Otherwise, I'm not going to donate my time. I can get money. There's a lot of this stuff, man. Is really